and his half-brother J.W. Milam were acquitted of murder charges but later confessed in a magazine interview. A copy of her 99-page manuscript, I Am More Than a Wolf Whistle, was obtained by historian Timothy Tyson.
Her autobiography should be taken with a good-sized shovel full of salt.
A Till relative says the memoir is proof of Donham's involvement. A recently discovered kidnapping warrant issued for Donham was never served. I'm Norman Hall.
News and analysis at townhall.com. In sports, Major League Baseball announces the seedings for the upcoming Home Run Derby.
The matchups are set for Monday's Home Run Derby. National League home run leader Kyle Schwarber has drawn the top seed. The Philly slugger will take on Cardinals DH Albert Pujols in the quarterfinals, and Mets first baseman Pete Alonso will go against Braves outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr. Pujols is in his fifth Derby, and Alonso hopes to become the first three-peat champ. Rangers star Corey Seager faces Mariners rookie phenom Julio Rodriguez, and National slugger Juan Soto goes head-to-head with Cleveland's Jose Ramirez before the semifinals begin. I'm Dave Ferry.
No sentence yet for WNBA star Brittany Griner being held in Russia after pleading guilty to drug charges. At a court hearing earlier today, Griner's lawyers presented a doctor's note explaining that she had been prescribed cannabis oil for the treatment of pain. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday. Welcome to it. That bell's getting a little sad.
It is.
Need to do some maintenance on it.
Or maybe we just need to invest in a new bell.
Maybe.
Yeah. I see them all the time. Stop putting stuff under my bell.
Did they saboteur?
It was, yeah, it was sabotage.
Saboteur.
You can mess up the resonance frequency if you put something under a bell. It needs that space for ringing.
What the bell, man?
That's right. What the bell? By the way, the beautiful commemorative 1947 Roswell Incident 75th Anniversary UFO Museum coin.
I have one myself.
You can
right
get yours now at the UFO Museum and Research Center.
I got one here on my magnet.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh.
Careful.
Oops.
Careful.
There it goes.
Yeah.
There it
absolutely
is.
Gorgeous.
I got one. Right.
Very nicely.
Right there
nicely made.
On my magnetic metal shelf here. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Happy Dia de McDonald's.
Dia de los McDees.
See. Happy McDonald's. Matter of fact, wife and I, after our meeting last night, swung through and had dinner there last night. So
nice.
had me some nugs.
Heck yeah.
Went some nugs and fries.
Nugs are always a good option.
That's right. And, of course, I got my usual combo of sweet and sour and hot mustard.
I like it.
That's my go-to. That's my go-to every time I get nuggets. Sweet, sour, hot mustard. Those are my two different.
Now, do you go hybrid? Do you go half sweet and sour, half hot mustard, and then whole nug in the mouth?
No, I do every other nugget.
Okay.
Hot mustard nugget, sweet and sour nugget, hot mustard nugget. Now, I have done that, but generally my rule of thumb is one or the other. So, or I do a 2-bite situation.
Okay.
I'll double dip because it's my
yours.
thing.
Yeah, because
So I will dip in one, eat a bite, dip the other half in the other one, and then eat.
You do that move where you like roll it in your hands to where like you have the big side back down so you can dip. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, depends on how much time I got. Like if I'm slowing down, but if it's a more rush situation, then it's one nug, boom, one nug, boom.
Right.
But but if I got time to enjoy,
right. When you're sitting down in front of a 20-piece and you know you've got like this is a mealtime situation.
Yeah.
That's what you can play around a little bit.
There you go.
I like it.
So,
like
but you do you. Now, if you want to eat all your nuggets at once and crowbar 10 in your mouth at one time, God bless you.
I'm the kind of person I prefer to save the best bite for last.
Yeah.
You ever do that?
I have. Yes.
Like when you're like, eating like spaghetti, for example, and you're like, I want to make sure I have a whole meatball and like a bunch of sauce and then the noodles and some bread still. And so that last bite is just at perfection.
Pasta dishes, generally the ones I do that with. Like I'm going to make sure there's meat and pasta and sauce in that last bite.
I have found the baller McDonald's move when it comes to your nuggets. What you do is you enjoy your nuggets as one normally does until you get to that last nugget. You have to save at least half a cup of your dipping sauce. Okay.
Okay.
So then what you do, you go straight chaser. We're talking half a nugget is usually my last bite, right? So I'm going to place that nugget in my mouth. I'm going to take the right, because what I do, this is my move. I don't pull the tab all the way off the thing.
Okay.
I would do it halfway.
Okay.
I do that for the flex.
Okay.
So that at the end, I can rip that bad boy off, stick it to the bag, and then shoot it. Chaser.
Okay.
Bam. That's the best bite right there.
Okay.
Yep.
God bless you. Doesn't sound like my cup of tea. But
try it out. You can do it with any of the sauces. Ranch I found is best.
Yeah?
Ranch is best for shooting it back.
Okay.
Hot mustard's a bit viscous. Honey, you can't even do it. Honey, you're going to have to bring in some tongue.
Yeah.
And, your mustache is ruined for the rest of the day.
And it's not a deep tub like the others, the honey tub.
Yeah, it's not. It's.
So.
I always wondered that. It's like, why y'all being all chintzy with your honey?
I think it's because it's more expensive than probably the others.
It's actual honey. I know.
And it's
I'm
honey.
aware of why they do it. It's just
and the
share
fact
with the
that
people.
It takes forever to put in the bigger, deeper cup. They're like, here's the shallower cup.
Have you seen how slow that stuff pours?
Yeah.
It takes forever to fill one of these up.
Yeah. It's like bleeding maple syrup, same kind of deal. But anyway, swing by.
I do that.
Swing by. Oh, by the way, I've been seeing on the McDonald's commercials something I want to try. I didn't get to last night. They've got their what do they call them? Like the McSlushies or what do they call them?
Oh yeah, the Minute Maid freezes. I think.
Yeah. They've got right now a wild cherry one, and of course Coca-Cola. And
really?
then
They're doing Coke?
Yeah.
Wow.
They got a Coca-Cola one, a wild cherry one, and I want to say another one in there. I think there's, like a blue one still and all that. But I saw you, I think it was yesterday or the day before, wild cherry and Coca-Cola.
Wild cherry to me screams better than regular cherry. And I say this because everything I've ever had that's wild cherry flavor is my favorite cherry flavor. I like cherry Coke, but the best cherry Coke is wild cherry Pepsi.
Yeah.
By far. And I would even venture that I got a 12-pack of the Pepsi Zero Sugar Wild Cherries the other day. One of the best. Knock the dark berry Dr. Pepper right out of my top 5.
Yeah. See, the dark berry, I can only drink like one at a time.
That's the thing. I'm a fickle
biatch,
dude. I'm realizing this real quickly. Is I'm fickle because dark berry went into my top 5, and now all of a sudden wild cherry zeros just knocked that bad boy right out.
But my point being, I bet the wild cherry Minute Maid slushy should be just delightful. So give one a try today.
I think that's where I'm heading for lunch.
By the way, it'll be like 100 again today. So that'll go down smooth.
Dude, I was driving around yesterday with my hat over my face, like Phantom of the Opera style, just trying to block this. It hurt. It physically hurt when it hit my skin yesterday.
Wow.
It's getting terrible.
Yeah. Well, it's more of that coming. I'll tell you.
Enjoy, everybody.
I'll give you the weather here in just a few. I should do the rundown for today's show. Here in just a few minutes, actually, we're going to be joined by Perry Tolles, and we're going to be talking about ENMUR and Healthy Kids Chaves County have put together a Super Kids Splash and Dash event.
Ooh.
It's going to be taking place at the ENMUR, I guess you could say, pool and campus there. It'll be because it's more than just swamming. But yeah, that'll be happening July 30th. So Perry, who is a former pentathlete and triathlete, he's going to be he's the one organizing the event and everything. So he's going to be here in just a few minutes, or actually he's here now, but he's going to join us in just a few and talk all about that. In the 8 o'clock hour, our guest not making it today, so we're going to replay our interview with Crystal Noble from the Humane Society. She joined us yesterday, gave us an update on what's happening there, got pets for adoption, all that. So we'll replay that for you here at 8:15. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, Tracy Fry with the Roswell Public Library going to join us, give us an update. Of course, they're hot and heavy in the midst of, actually, we're a couple weeks left into summer reading. I was about to say, we're right in the middle of it, but I'm like, man, we're halfway through July already. So
summer's done pretty much, dude, except for the heat.
I know. It's just kind of zipping by. So Tracy's going to get an update here about 9:15 or so this morning. Plus, we'll have all of your normal features that include the news of the local and national variety, along with your town hall, Wall Street business updates, and everything else we do.
Indeed.
Kim Commando and what have you. Kim Commando and what have you.
And what have...
I feel like there's a slogan in there somewhere. I'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll get R&D on it.
Yeah, we'll get R&D. We'll get all the jib jab on there. All right, it is 7:15. Let's go ahead and take a look at that weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. It looks like all that moist monsoon air will stay off to our west for the weekend, and that means a lot of sun and warm temperatures for us. Near 100 or a little bit over today, and lots of sunshine. For the overnight hours, it'll be clear down to the low 70s, then around 103 for the afternoon high on Saturday and sunny. We're in the low 100s with sunny skies Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 75 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 52%. Winds currently out of the west at 3 miles per hour. We've got hot weather in store for us for the foreseeable future. And unfortunately, not much talk of rain in any of that. Sunny, hot, 102 today. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Skies will be clear tonight with an overnight low of 71 degrees. South winds 5 to 10. Weekend, Saturday, sunny, 103 for a high. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear Saturday night with an overnight low of 72. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny, 102 for a high. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 73 degrees. And then when you head back to work on Monday, mostly sunny, high of 102. And it looks like the 100s, the aughts, 1-aughts are going to be hanging out through at least Thursday. They're talking 104 on Tuesday. Ooh. They threw in a 20% chance of showers Tuesday night. So wait for that. And then Wednesday, 101. Thursday, 101 as well. So warm weather has settled into southeast New Mexico. It is summer, you know. All right, it is 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and then we're going to have Perry Tolles join us on the other side talking about the Splash and Dash event with Super Kids, Splash and Dash event happening with ENMUR and Healthy Kids Chavez County. We'll talk about it, that event on the other side. Don't go away.
This is a nasty little termite. It loves nothing better than to eat your house, your subfloors, your walls, around your windows. And then they swarm around, taunting you.
We're eating your house. We're eating your house.
You'd like to kill them, wouldn't you? But you don't want trenches dug around your home, and you don't want holes in your foundation. That's where Dow AgroSciences and the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System come to the rescue. The same system that protects the White House can help protect your house. An authorized operator strategically places Centricon stations around your house and then carefully monitors them for termites. If they're found, a professional inserts bait tube devices. The termites take the bait and they die.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kind of like that, only a lot more effective. In fact, Centricon is proven to eliminate the termite colony. Termites are gone with Centricon. No more colony, no more problem. Visit Centricon.com.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
Your ride is broke, needs a fix? Come on down, we'll take care of it quick at Big O. Big O Tires. Whatever the problem will ease your fears, we got experience nearly 60 years at Big O. Big O Tires.
With nearly 60 years of experience and high customer ratings, you can always count on your local Big O Tires to give you quality products and trustworthy service, all for a low price. From July 11th through July 31st, save between $70 and $100 instantly on select sets of Bridgestone and Firestone tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Yup, it's back to school season, and Roswell Honda wants to get you geared up with the 5th annual Back to School Blowout. Stop by Roswell Honda now through July 29th and register your kids to get a backpack chock full of supplies absolutely free. Then on July 30th, join Roswell Honda for the Back to School Bash with lots of free food and fun stuff for the whole family. And that's not all. While you're there, register to win a brand new desk, office chair, and HP laptop. Register now for the Back to School Blowout, July 30th, 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning is Perry Tolles, who's along with the fine folks at Eastern New Mexico University Roswell and Healthy Kids Chavez County, has helped organize a fun event that's really for families. I mean, it's kind of we're focusing on getting the kids out physical and things, but it's really a family affair here, the Splash and Dash. First off, Perry, good morning. How are you today?
Mike, good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Well, anytime. Love talking and getting folks out, informed about all this stuff. So coming up on July 30th, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell and Healthy Kids Chavez County, two great organizations here in our community, have partnered together to put on this Super Kids Splash and Dash event. And obviously, we've had Healthy Kids on for years, and their main focus is getting kids healthy, nutritious food, access to it, and at the same time being physical and promoting healthy lifestyles and things like that. In MUR, obviously, they've got a whole healthcare section and things that's part of their education as well too. So it's natural to say, hey, so Perry comes in, who's the pentathlete and triathlete, is come in and organize this event, and now we got a pretty fun event for kids to get active and get physical, but maybe at the same time learn, maybe get an interest into maybe, if not triathlete or pentathlon type things, at least, maybe taking up cross country running or swimming more or something like that. Getting finding their niche in whatever it is that they like to do physically,
Mike, a lot of your listeners probably say, hey, that sounds familiar. And there was a Super Kids triathlon. In fact, my mom, Sally Tolles, and I, we started that about 35 years ago.
Okay.
City put it on annually at the end of the summer. It happened at Cahoon Pool.
Okay.
And once Cahoon Pool closed, that event stopped.
Yeah. So was it kind of like in the same tradition of Dexter's, the Milkman Triathlon? Did it, where it kind of had maybe not so much of the pageantry of that, but some of the history like that one does.
It was a swim, bike, and run.
Yeah.
And it became very popular. And then the adults, the moms and dads, say, hey, can we do it? So we added an adult division to that event called the Once Was.
Okay.
I once was a kid, and if you once were a kid, you can actually you have a division here in the Splash and Dash.
Nice.
So it's for young kids. The youngest division is under 10.
Okay.
And then this middle division is 11 years old to 14 years old, and then kids 15 and older. And then the last division is the Once Was, and it's a short, just swim, run, multi-sport event.
Nice. So you get to, so you don't, like, if you always wanted to do like a triathlon or something like, but you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm quite ready to do the full 5K, you know, the all involved. This could kind of, pardon the pun, but get your feet wet a little bit.
Exactly. Just jump in.
Yeah.
Just jump right into the multi-sport scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the college has a great outdoor swimming pool facility, and I think a lot of people don't realize there's another pool here in town besides the new aquatic center.
Yes,
and it's a nice pool out there. So.
Yeah, and they just reopened it back up. COVID kind of shut it down for a couple years, but here at start of summer, ENMUR opened that pool back up. Which, by the way, they've got public swimming daily, and they I don't remember the hours off the top of my head, but there's like an hour or two for like lap swimmers and stuff, and then there's open swim afterwards. So, and then of course you can rent the facility like in the evenings or later. You just talk to the pool about that, but it's all available to the public right now.
That's true. And Mike, I'd like to invite everybody who is even a bit interested to come out for a free race clinic this Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock at the outdoor pool at Eastern New Mexico University Roswell campus.
Excellent. So that'd be 10 to 11 tomorrow. And I think,
it is tomorrow. It is. Wow, here we are.
And I want to say in my head, I feel like that's their normal lap swimming time, around that time, I want to say, for lap swimmers.
It is. And the pool people said hardly anybody is swimming laps out there. So,
Gotcha.
hey, you adults are having a hard time finding a lane at the City Aquatic Facility? That's another option.
Hey,
for
there you go. Less traffic over at the ENMUR.
Yeah, so 10-11 out at the outdoor pool on the Roswell campus.
Okay.
And that's, if you're not sure where that is, it's on the intersection of University and Martin.
Yes, I believe if you want to use your GPS and stuff, I had the address right here. I just got to dig through it. Swim will be, all right, hold on. Dang it. I remember seeing it earlier when I was reading the press release. But yeah, it's if you look at I always, when I say it, when you come south down towards the campus there and you come down Main Street there and then you take your right and you kind of see the campus there. If you kind of look straight ahead, that's kind of where the pool area is on that side there.
Kind of the first group of buildings on the right.
Yeah,
coming
exactly.
South into the campus.
That's exactly where it is here. All right, where am I going to see Beheld? I'm sorry. I apologize. It's like I know I saw it here.
We'll
20 West Martin. That's the address.
20 West
Martin is the official address. So.
And this is not an Ironman. You don't have to just spend all day doing this event. Really, the swim is either one length of the pool or 2 lengths of the pool.
So
then you get out, put on your shoes, and it's 1 lap around the field or 2 laps around the field.
Yeah, so it's not an all-day thing. You'll give it an hour or two of time in your day to do all this stuff, and of course, have fun. That's all part of this too. We talk about wanting you to get physical and get out there and get healthier physically, exercising and things like that. That's always important. However, if it's not fun for you, you're probably not going to want to do it as often and stuff. So think about it that way. Is you're here to have fun swimming and running and do it at the way you want to do it to enjoy it.
Exactly. So. And the kids that show up at the clinic tomorrow have a chance to get swim instruction. We want to make sure they're water safe and give them a little bit of practice.
Sure.
And some hints on how to successfully do a multi-sport event. How do you transition out of the pool onto the run?
Yeah.
Well, I have some training tips for these athletes.
Yeah, Perry, you've done how many years did you do triathlons and pentathlons?
I competed in the sport of triathlon for about 35 years.
Okay.
I've competed in about 200 triathlons.
Okay.
And
so yeah, you've got quite a bit of experience there because I imagine that's where when it comes to running or running one of these races, it's kind of like swimming when they do the laps. It's anybody can swim fast, but if you do the mechanics of the turns and all that, that's where you start shaving time. I would imagine, much like in a triathlon or a pentathlon, that transition from event to event, doing that right is the difference between winning and not winning those, I'm guessing.
That's right. The shorter the triathlon, the more important that transition time is.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we'll talk about that because this is a very short swim run event, the Splash and Dash.
Sure. And I would imagine, too, like I said, there's always a right way and a wrong way to do things, but doing it the wrong way in this could, because you're putting physical exertion on your body. It's all about, doing that transition right and faster, but also doing it to protect your health as well, too. So you don't overdo it or know when to say when sometimes.
That's true. I'm going to give some training tips on what the minimal preparation should be for an event like this. It's not much because it's short. It's designed to get everybody involved.
You don't need to load up on 80 pounds of pasta and carbs and everything.
Now, mom and dads, you may need a little bit more training than your kids because they're always a lot more active and running around.
They're used to being active, and you might have to build back up to get there. But that's where you're coming in and saying, I'm helping you all that. Come out tomorrow. Come out this Saturday, beginning at 10 a.m. to the ENMUR pool. And like you said, Perry and the class will be doing kind of training for these triathlons and things. And like you said, offering swim lessons and things like that. I have a question for you. I grew up East Coast, Maryland, Virginia. That's where I grew up. So I kind of grew up around the water.
Okay.
Folks around here don't have as much access to things like that. I'm curious, is it, and I don't have kids, and I've been here 20 plus years, but are kids, is it more difficult for getting kids to learn how to swim here in New Mexico where there's less opportunity? I mean, unless you take them to one of the pools, but I don't know. I grew up in a place where we had the rivers, the lakes. I mean, you're always around water. At some point, someone's teaching you how to swim. I mean, where here you're less opportunity. Is it a bigger challenge to get children to learn how to swim in this part of the country?
I don't think so. I think we had sufficient programs when I was growing up.
Gotcha.
And we had every neighborhood swimming pool had a swim team.
Gotcha.
And we were organizing swim meets among the neighborhood swim pools. We have Bottomless Lake State Park. Have you ever been out there on the weekends? It is crowded.
It is. Don't swim at Bitter Lake. They won't let you. But Bottomless Lakes,
exactly.
Knock yourself out. Have fun.
One of the sad things about the pandemic and the shutdown is that we went a couple of years with no swim lessons, no pool availability.
I didn't think about that, but that's a good point.
And I think there's some kids that kind of miss that opportunity to learn how to swim.
Sure.
But it's never too late to learn how to swim.
Absolutely. Yeah. And even if your end game is not to become a triathlete swimmer, it's still good enough to at least so you can manage to stay in water if you unexpectedly end up in some, and then you can at least tread water, float until you need to be rescued or something like that. So but even still, just enough to have fun in the backyard pool. I mean, to have that ability to swim laps and do all that. Once you get that down, it's actually, it's like riding a bicycle or anything else. Once you learn it, you have it forever, and it's a great thing to have. I don't care who you are or where you are in life. It's always a good skill set to have in your back pocket.
That's true. And as I always say about a triathlon, it always comes down to the run. That's the last event.
Sure.
You're tired. You've exerted yourself in the swim and the bike. Same thing about the Splash and Dash. We've invited all the age group swimmers to come do this, and they saw the distances, and they're kind of complaining, well, it's too short. I'm a swimmer. Why is it longer? Well, the run is probably going to challenge more of the kids than the swim.
Sure.
The swim is so short.
And to be honest, how often have these kids, or adults for that matter, done them together? Like, you may have gone and swam, and then what do you do afterwards? You sit did you go run after that, or did you go run, but were you swimming before that, or after, for that matter?
Exactly.
And
There's something special about going from one event to the other.
Sure.
You're just continuing that aerobic exertion.
I'm curious obviously, if you've ran so many of these races, how much of it's mental versus physical in the training? I mean, obviously physical is very important. You got to, in shape, the faster you're going to go. But how much of it is telling your brain to keep going, or telling your brain you're going to push through something? Or, I mean, how much of the side of is it mental? Is it a 50-50 scenario or skewed one way or the other, higher or lower?
Well, I think for most people, it's mostly physical. Once
Gotcha.
you train to an elite level, then the mental part becomes much more important, I think.
Gotcha. Okay, because then you start second guessing yourself and wondering, did I do the right training here? Or this, you start, I guess, overanalyzing or tend to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One more thing I just realized is that there's usually a user fee at the college pool.
Okay.
But they're waiving those user fees for the day for those kids that come to the clinic on Saturday tomorrow from 10 to 11.
So get a little free swimming in.
Yeah, just bring your swimsuit, bring your shoes. We'll do the clinic, and then if you want to stay there for a few more hours and do some more swimming, they don't have to pay.
Because that open swim's like right afterwards, isn't it there? So you can utilize that and take advantage of that and enjoy some more pool time afterwards, whether you want to train or just, piddle around with your friends. Either way, you can have some fun in there. The event on July 30th, by the way, the 10 and younger group, they'll swim 25 meters and then run 500 meters, according to what I'm looking at here.
That's correct. I think it's 25 yards. I don't know if it says meters.
It says meters on here.
But, I
but,
think that's a 25-yard pool.
Yard, okay. 11 to 15-year-olds will swim the 50 yards and then run 1K.
That's correct. That's 1,000 meters. That's that's less than a mile.
Yes, and then our once was our kids at heart, which is basically everybody else 15 and over. You'll run 1K, and then swim 50 meters, and then run 500 meters. So that one you're going to swim, run. Or run, swim, run. Again.
Right.
So
that older age group and the once-wasers, the adults, they are going to be doing a run, swim, run. And, and in the triathlon world, they call it a duathlon.
Okay.
And that's even more fun. You got two transitions you got to navigate
Which,
through.
but again, that's kind of, I imagine you go one way to another, and then, so there's, again, another little mental aspect to that here. Now, this is where I'm generally just, lacking of knowledge here. I'm curious. Since we're talking about this, triathlon, we kind of established, but a pentathlon. What events are considered part of a pentathlon?
The modern pentathlon, was established specifically for the Olympic Games.
Okay,
George Patton was the United States' first Olympic pentathlete in 1912. By the way. And it has a long history with the military.
Gotcha.
So it has running, swimming. It does not have cycling.
Okay.
It has shooting.
Okay.
It has fencing with epées.
Okay.
And equestrian jumping.
Okay, I knew shooting was involved, but I didn't know there. So fencing and equestrian. That's cool,
right? And recently they've combined the run and the shooting.
Okay,
kind of like the winter biathlon.
Sure, with the skiing.
So the pentathletes will run a loop, shoot 5 shots, run another loop, shoot 5 shots, do that 4 times.
Interesting. Now, for folks that aren't really knowledgeable, what makes that very challenging is when you're shooting a rifle, it's all about breath control and sight pictures to get your target. When you just ran a mile or two and then said, oh, here, go shoot rifle perfectly while you're going, okay, I'll do that. That is a feat in and of itself, because it really, especially for rifle, when they're trying to, with rifles where they can get 5 shots within the size of a dime here, that takes a lot of breath control. And to be able to do that after you just ran a couple miles is pretty impressive.
Well, modern pentathletes shoot pistols.
Oh, wow.
Offhand.
So it's not even rifles,
Yeah, offhand, without the use of your offhand. So that may be even more challenging.
It very, because a pistol's much more difficult to aim than a rifle is, just to let folks know.
Especially when you're huffing and puffing.
Yeah, because by the way, you're holding that whole pistol up with your arms, and that's a lot of weight when you've just been running.
And
or
just
swimming.
one arm, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's one arm. That's impressive. That's impressive. What about the fencing side? That's got to be a lot of fun to add in there. I mean,
it is. It's a martial art of sorts. People describe learning how to fence like learning a language.
Sure.
All right? You learn the alphabet, then you learn sentence structure and grammar, and then when you get up on the fencing strip against an opponent, whoever can make the best argument is usually going to get their point across.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah. But I mean, it's so much that's such a different set of, even mentally, I mean, physically, fencing is, there's physicality to it, but that's all strategy and you know what I mean? You're trying to outwit an opponent.
A lot of strategy, a lot of technique.
Yeah. Yeah. That is more of, it's not, what you know will help you a lot farther than who you know and something like that. It really is it's like chess. When I think of fencing and chess are share a similar family tree there as far as
when I started the modern pentathlon, I only had a run swim background, and that's how they usually recruit modern pentathletes. They say, if God didn't put in the run and swim, you're not going to develop it. Whereas the fencing, the equestrian, and the shooting is more of a skilled learn event.
Okay.
So I started from scratch for those three skilled events.
I would argue, though, that one could help the other. And what I mean by that is because really fencing and that really forces discipline, forces, to do it right. You need to have some of that in there. And I would imagine that's got to transition over to your running and swimming. Like it gives you a little bit more fortitude, a little bit more. I imagine the mental fortitude, the mental aspect of fencing trains you in the running and swimming.
Mike, you're absolutely right. And one of the popular training, should say, philosophies is cross training. Cross training helps any athlete become a stronger athlete in their primary discipline.
Gotcha.
And with 5 events in the modern pentathlon, you're already cross training
by default. Yeah,
and they do help.
I would imagine
they do
too.
help, I think.
So if you come out to the Splash and Dash on the 30th, or come out to swim lessons tomorrow, and you're like, hey, this is kind of fun, and pick Perry's brain here for some more stuff, and maybe that's going to be your whether it's something you pursue as a career thing or at least a hobby activity or something that you do the rest of your life, you've got that skill set or that under your belt now. And so hopefully you come out, learn swim tomorrow, and you, pardon the pun, but take like a fish to water here on this, and then next thing you know, you got bit with the bug, and it happens.
Well, I do. I want to encourage everybody, just come out and check it out. If you don't like it, then you don't have to sign up. But if you're already convinced you want to do this, sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Just search for Super Kids Splash and Dash. You'll find the very popular online registration sign, Run Sign Up.
Okay.
That's where the Super Kids Splash and Dash, where you can register. Right now, and for another week, registration fees are 50% off.
Oh,
half
wow.
off. Only $5 for the kids to sign up for this event.
Oh, wow. So this is really, so if you're even looking for this as a learning to swim, this is exactly, come on, sign up. Like I said, it's $5. That's uber cheap. But if you go online, if you just, like you said, do probably a search for, because there's a lot of dashes and dots to get you to the website here.
Yeah,
but if you do Super Kids Splash, Roswell, New Mexico,
you're going to get it.
It should pop right up. But it's under trysignup.com is where the
try sign up or run sign up. But
that's the main page, but there's a lot of tabs and stuff to go through there. So if you kind of probably just search Super Kids Splash and Dash, Roswell, New Mexico, that'll probably take you right to the link you need.
You might even put your registration link up on your webpage.
Yeah, we can do that. We will do that. We'll have our we'll have Roy here on for those watching the video can see the link there underneath. So yeah, I don't think high tech is quick as other people do. My brain doesn't go there. But come on out tomorrow if you kind of want to see if this is for you. Then join Perry tomorrow morning, beginning at 10 a.m. out at the ENMUR pool for a free swim lesson and then you can stick around afterwards for free swim and keep practicing those skills there. But come on out and join the lap swimmers from 10 to 11 tomorrow and spend some time with Perry, kind of doing a little training, a little bit learning whether it's your first time, learning to swim here or you just want to kind of strengthen those swimming skills. You got the mechanics, now you just want to get it down. Practice makes perfect. And it's coming out tomorrow morning, beginning at 10 a.m. And then again, July 30th for the 10-year-olds. Everything will begin at 8 a.m. For the 11 to 15-year-olds, you'll start your splash and dash at 8:30, and the Once Wasers will start theirs at 9 a.m. What time do you want everybody out there that morning? Probably
at least 30 minutes before, so they can warm up and
pre-register or whatever they got to do.
Look at the course.
Study the field.
Study the field.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Get your notes in whenever you're looking to do all that.
Right.
But July 30th, Saturday, July 30th, again, Google Super Kids Splash and Dash Roswell. You'll find the link there. We'll put it up on our website. And if you completely space out on any of that, you can call Perry Direct here too.
And the only other thing I can think of is that every participant gets a T-shirt.
Oh, yes.
Splash and Dash T-shirt.
Always
and
get the freebies.
We're going to hand out awards 5 deep. So first, second, third, fourth, and fifth in each of the age divisions.
Nice. So maybe your child might get their first little trophy here for physical.
It'll be a medal. With a nice ribbon lanyard.
Yeah, nice. Very good.
You know, like they hand off at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, per first piece of hardware.
There you go, hardware.
But definitely. And, of course, if you have any questions, sorry if I give your number here, you can reach Perry Direct at 575-626-3190. And don't forget, Saturday, the 30th of July, at the ENMUR pool, it is the Super Kids Splash and Dash event. It's for really kids of all ages, but for 10 and younger will get to play. The 11 to 15-year-olds get to play, and then the Once Wasers 15 and beyond get to play as well, too. Right. So come into and this is the great part. If you're trying to get your children to be more physical and get more of the physical, COVID's really hampered all of us. Even if you don't, even if you kind of think you are, but you don't realize that we sat on our butts a lot for the last 3 years, and I mean, even as an adult, I've noticed. Like I was doing some physical stuff for the weekend. It's like, part of it's getting older, but part of it's like, we've been kind of sedentary for the last couple of years. It's kind of time to start getting back out there and enjoying life and running and walking and hitting nature and doing all that.
Well, Mike, why don't you come to the clinic tomorrow? Give it a try.
There you go. I might be swinging by there. You never know. So, but definitely, folks, come give it a try. And then parents. Like I said, if you're trying to get your kids, the best time is a lot of times to say, I'll do it with you. Yeah. And so you can come out tomorrow too. Bring your kid for swimming lessons, and you get in the pool and swim a lap or two with them there, and let Perry kind of do his tutelage on him and work his magic, and then sign up for the July 30th event. And you get, I think if you even want, maybe if you're looking to get your foot in the door in the triathlon, pentathlon community and things, this might be a good way to kind of learn the ins and outs and meet some of the other people that call this a sport for them as a hobby or a profession or whatever.
Right. As you know, we have 2 local triathlons, the Bottomless Triathlon, which is in July, and the Milkman Triathlon, which is in June.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we've been at the Bottomless Triathlon, athletes 18 and under, or athletes under 18, it's free to sign up for the Bottomless Triathlon.
Oh, really? I didn't realize
And they've been telling me that they're not getting hardly anybody to sign up, even though it's free.
Interesting.
It's a great event.
Well, maybe we should promote that more.
We're going to establish a pipeline of athletes from the super kids on up to regular triathlons.
And then, of course, there's a great history of not necessarily triathlons or any of those, but like 5Ks and stuff. Your Tour de Ocho Millas is something that's an annual event here, of course. Right. UFO Festival, the Alien 5Ks and all, usually around big events. Those are all opportunities to get involved in doing some more of that, whether it's for fun or for training towards biathlons and triathlons. It's or pentathlons, whatever your choices are here. So but it really is a lot of I think. And here's the part I think I like about it too. It's you can take it as far as you want with it. Team sports are important, and I will always, it's good to put a child in a team sport because there's so many offset skills that they learn in team sports. But there's something to be said for your more individual sports too, and where it's all you competing, and sports like running and swimming, and for that matter, in tennis and golf and things like that. These, when it's you versus the world mentality, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in that too.
You're right. And what I like to say is that there's no second string, there's no bench, there's no halftime, there's no timeouts.
Yes.
You toe the line with everybody else, and when the gun goes off, you go, and you're finished when you cross the finish line.
Sure.
You know?
And you're always running your race. Where, I mean, and that's the beauty of these races is, the professional, they're competing against time and other people, but you set the parameters here at reality. You set your own goals. If you're just picking up this sport today, you're not going to be winning triathlons tomorrow. You got to get there. Right. But you get this sport sets personal goals. It's like, I did it, and last time I did it, I'd like to shave 5 minutes off this time, or whatever it is, Well,
you're right. This is the first year we've ever had a splash and dash. There are no records.
Yeah.
There's going to be a record set, and everybody who does this event will set an own personal best record.
There you go.
Right?
So it's really, you're setting your own goals here and setting your own fit. So please look into it. Come out tomorrow for the swim lessons. Even if nothing else, come out to the pool and ask Perry questions about the event on the Thursday.
Yeah, and don't forget to bring your running shoes because it's going to be swim and run clinic.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, it's hard to run when you don't have your running shoes.
Right.
The bare feet will wreak havoc. Perry, is there any information we missed that we wanted to get out to the public?
I think we got it. I want to thank the college, the Eastern New Mexico University at the Roswell campus. They've been so supportive. As well as Healthy Kids Chaves County.
Yeah, they and I'm sure they too both share the same mission statement that you do in getting kids out more physical and promoting the sport you love, obviously. This is a love for you, and you're hoping there's a few generations that ready to pick up that, pardon the pun, the baton to carry for the next generation.
Right.
Here. So, very good. But again, for folks to sign up for that, I'm telling you the easiest way is probably just get on the Google there or whatever you prefer, even if you're using a Yahoo or whatever is still out there. But look for Super Kids Splash and Dash event, Roswell, New Mexico, something like that. And it'll get you right there. I'm guessing you'll probably find links to on the NMUR website too as well. They're usually pretty good about putting a direct link there. We'll put one up on the videos here as well too. And if none of that, or if you're not an internet person and don't do well with those kind of things, you can call Perry and he can talk you through it. 575-626-3190. So very good. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll see you again and
stay cool.
That's easier said than done in this day and age. See, I didn't even start with that. It's going to be 100 again tomorrow. Why would you not want to be at the pool at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday?
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
I'd offer you some McDonald's, but I don't know if that's necessarily in the pentathlon world there as official food of champions there. All right, 7:51. We're going to take a pause for news and a quick commercial break. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Sorello. A southern New Mexico city going out of its way to say abortion clinics are not welcome there. The Otero County Commissioners Thursday voted unanimously, passing a non-binding resolution that said they stand firmly, quote, against the presence in the county of Planned Parenthood clinics or any other clinics where abortion is practiced at will and on demand, unquote. The resolution passed despite the fact that state law allows most abortion procedures. Two groups have announced plans to open clinics in New Mexico after the U.S. Supreme Court decision overturning the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. New Mexico State Representative Debbie Armstrong announcing Thursday that she will step down from her legislative seat before the end of her term so she can focus on providing care for a family member. The Democrat said her resignation would be effective today, meaning the Bernalillo County Commission would have to appoint a replacement until a successor could be elected. Armstrong had announced last year that she would not seek re-election anyway. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
Consumer Reports says that the number one reason consumers don't buy an electric vehicle is their fear of a low battery with no recharging stations nearby. Depending on where you live, that's not unreasonable. But at Tesla, there may be even deeper trouble brewing. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by ExpressVPN. Secure your online data and get an extra 3 months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. Tesla's autopilot has been plagued with some high-profile crashes, a few fatal. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has stepped up its autopilot investigation. The entire program is under the microscope, all of which makes this week's sudden resignation of Tesla's chief autopilot engineer, Anj's car path worth noting. Corporate insiders have this knack for knowing when to leave just before it all hits the fan. For his part, Elon Musk says a new version of Autopilot is coming next month. But again, that's Elon Musk talking. Get more tech news with my daily podcast. It's perfect for walks and drives. It's called Kim Commando Today. Dell's Black Friday in July sale is here. Power productivity with a tech refresh, now with up to 45% off top-rated laptops like the XPS, along with special deals on business desktops with Intel Core processors. Get big savings on the latest servers, storage, monitors, and more with free shipping and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. Dell's Black Friday in July sale is here. Power productivity with a tech refresh, now with up to 45% off top-rated laptops like the XPS, along with special deals on business desktops with Intel Core processors. Get big savings on the latest servers, storage, monitors, and more with free shipping and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. It looks like all that moist monsoon air will stay off to our west for the weekend, and that means a lot of sun and warm temperatures for us. Near 100 or a little bit over today, and lots of sunshine. For the overnight hours, it'll be clear down to the low 70s, then around 103 for the afternoon high on Saturday and sunny. We're in the low 100s with sunny skies Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Long lines are back at food banks around the country as working Americans overwhelmed by inflation turn to handouts to help feed their families. With gas prices soaring along with grocery costs, many people are seeking charitable food for the first time, and more are arriving on foot. 4 North Dakota men are accused of stealing more than $2.4 million worth of crude oil over a period of more than a year. Michael Garcia, Mark McGregor, Daryl Merrill, and Joseph Vandewalker are each charged with felony counts of conspiracy to commit theft and dealing in stolen property. The court documents state that Merrill and Vandewalker, both truck drivers, skimmed oil they were offloading at a facility by manipulating equipment such as transfer pumps during their deliveries. They allegedly stored the oil in 2 tanks and later offloaded it and sold it. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The lyrics of a Jeremy Camp song go like this. In all this searching, all the grasping, like we deserve much more than all the blessings we're holding. So now I'm running free into an ocean of mercy unending. So come and empty me so that it's you I breathe. I want my life to be only Christ in me. So I'll fix my eyes, 'cause you're my source of life. I need the world to see that it's Christ in me. What a beautiful song. James 5 is kind of an interesting chapter. It starts with a warning to those who are rich. Do you consider yourself rich? Whether you think yourself rich or not, at the heart of the warning is the concept of focus. Are we focused on the things of this world or on the things above? Do we use the wealth God gives us, whether big or small, for His glory or for ours? Do we use what we have for our good alone or for the good of others? Christ never condemns the rich, but He calls those who have been blessed to share the blessings and give God the glory. As the lyrics of the song profess, I need the world to see that it's indeed Christ in me.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years, from in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical.
Name to remember. If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger.
something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits or the astronauts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:59. Stay tuned. Next hour, we're going to replay our interview we had with Crystal Noble from the Roswell Humane Society. She joined us yesterday in the 9 o'clock hour, gave us an update on pets needing homes and all that good stuff. By the way, if you have any questions about anything we talked about with Perry talking about the Splash and Dash event, you can also reach out to Kim and the ENMUR pool staff by calling the pool direct at 575-624-7305. Again, that's 575-624-7305. And then when Roy puts up the link after the show here for everything, he'll have that tag there as well, too. All right, you're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden says it's too early to resume stalled Israeli-Palestinian peace talks.
So even if the ground is not ripe at this moment to restart negotiations, the United States and my administration will not give up on trying to bring the Palestinians and Israelis and both sides closer together.
Mr. Biden speaking in Bethlehem and the West Bank following a meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Now Mr. Biden heads to Saudi Arabia, where he'll be meeting with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, among others. Ukraine's president claims a latest Russian attack on civilian targets was no mistake. At least 23 people were killed and more than 100 others, including children, were wounded.
In his nightly video address, President Volodymyr Zelensky repeated his call for Russia to be declared a state sponsor of terrorism, saying no other country in the world allows itself every day to use cruise missiles and rocket artillery to destroy cities and ordinary human lives. The strike happened as officials from about 40 countries met in The Hague to discuss coordinating investigations and prosecutions of potential war crimes committed in Ukraine. Ukrainian officials say Caliber cruise missiles fired from a Russian ship in the Black Sea damaged a medical clinic, offices, stores, and residential buildings in Vinnytsia, southwest of the capital, Kyiv. Russia denies targeting civilians. I'm Ben Thomas.
AAA's updated national average for gas, $4.58 a gallon this morning. It's down about 9 cents since Monday. Despite red-hot inflation, the government reports that retail sales rose 1% from May to June. That has sparked a rally on Wall Street this morning. The Dow is up 322 points. The NASDAQ ahead 53 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy!
Sri Lanka's Prime Minister has been sworn in as the country's interim president until Parliament elects a successor to Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He resigned after mass protests over the country's economic collapse.
The Sri Lankan parliamentary speaker said the resignation letter from President Rajapaksa had been accepted after its authenticity was verified. The document, he said, was flown last night from Singapore, where Mr. Rajapaksa arrived after a stopover in the Maldives. He fled the country a few days ago after a wave of unrest over the country's worst economic crisis in decades. The speaker said he planned to convene the parliament on Saturday to start the legal process for the appointment of a new president. Hundreds of people celebrated and held small rallies at the main protest site in Colombo after the news of Mr. Rajapaksa's resignation broke last night.
And that's BBC correspondent Embarasan Etirajan. News and analysis, townhall.com. Yet another tussle between the Biden administration and Texas over the issue of abortion.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration over its mandate requiring hospitals to perform abortions. Paxton called the mandate the latest unlawful action in the wake of the Supreme Court overturning the Roe v. Wade decision and the subsequent triggering of Texas's abortion ban. Paxton said he wouldn't allow the president to undermine and distort existing laws to fit his administration's unlawful agenda. Keith Peters reporting.
There is a good deal of property damage, but thankfully no deaths reported following destructive flooding in a remote corner of southwest Virginia. Buchanan County hard hit by flash floods, rock and mudslides. Initially, dozens of people were reported unaccounted for, but now authorities say that all have been found safe and sound. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday! That's right. That's high-tech sound effects for
the hip-hop horn.
For your Friday. I hope you're all having a delightful Friday. Hope it's going swimmingly for you. If not, you should make it swimmingly.
Yeah, you really should find a place to swim.
Go to the UNMR pool. Go to the aquatic center.
Yeah,
go to
Godfrey Center is open, I believe, to the public.
Yeah. Elks Pool, is it still open? Is that open? I don't even know.
I think it's a private thing, but I think it's...
Is it?
Yeah.
The
fence isn't that high.
I didn't know if they had, like, open, like you could pay to go swim like the public could or not.
Maybe.
I thought they could or used to.
If they do, they keep it on the low.
And the splash pads, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course, splash pads. It's pretty easy to become an Elks member.
Yeah.
Just, go and be like, hey, can I join?
Yeah. No, they do a lot
ask your family. I'll bet you have a member in your family.
They do a lot with kids and law enforcement and first responders. That's kind of their two passion projects.
Yep.
So, but if you use that to help out those folks, and if it gets you in the pool, then
yeah, fringe benefits.
Exactly.
Right.
So. The only thing that makes Friday any sweeter is the fact that it is a Dia de McDonald's.
Ding.
That's right. McDonald's Friday here in the Roswell's Talk FM Studios, as it is every Friday. Big thank you to the fine folks at McDonald's. They provide us delicious breakfast treats. They can provide you them, too. Swing on by any of your McDonald's. Order through the app. Oh, by the way, they've got their whole summer promotion going on where they got exclusive deals for other products. And
it's called the Summer Camp, I think.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's Summer Camp, and they've got different
every day is a different value,
and they have a featured artist, which I'm too old to remember the guy's name.
Yeah, every Friday is a different featured artist.
Yeah,
they do a merch drop, and then I think a menu item discount.
Yeah,
I'm trying to open my app now,
and exclusives and things for people that use the app. So give it a little dance and earn start. And by the way, you can. And the part I care about is you earn rewards pretty quick when you sign up for the rewards program.
You don't have to buy through the app to use the app. You can open the app in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Open one of the discounts, one of the rewards. The other day, I did 20% off an order of $2 or more. And I ordered the kids' food. I ordered myself I have been on a kick where I prefer just the regular McDonald's hamburger.
Okay.
For some reason, I can't get the app to open. So I ordered myself 2 regular McDonald's hamburgers with extra pickle, as I do, and I ordered their food, and it knocked $3 whole off my order.
Nice.
They said, "Are you using the app today?" I said, "Yes, I am. Here's the code that it gave me," and knocked 20% off my order.
Huh.
So you're literally losing money if you don't use the app. There it is. Can McDonald's finally opened?
Do you love the McDonald's app? Not yet. I'm loving it. I will click I'm loving it. I have to accept new terms and conditions.
Okay, so it looks like today's is free double cheeseburger with a $1 minimum purchase.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's not a McDouble. That's a double cheeseburger. There is a difference.
Yeah, Early Bird gets here's the weekly lineup.
Dude,
here.
Tomorrow you get 2 for $5 quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a great deal.
Ooh.
So, download the app if you're not using it.
All right. Dang it. I went too far. So the week of 7/11 to 7/17, that's where we're at right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and you just announced that one, didn't you?
Today's the free double cheeseburger with a $1 minimum purchase. Tomorrow, like I said, 2 for $5 quarter pounder with cheese on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the big deal is they're getting you get access to a virtual Omar Apollo show with a $1 minimum purchase. It's a mobile order and pay. So you'll get access to a free exclusive show. I'm
looking at the week of 7/25. Monday, you get a free iced coffee with a $1 purchase.
Nice.
Tuesday, $5 20-piece nugs. One of my favorites.
Hold on. You said you said week 4.
Yeah, week 4. Wednesday, the 27th, BOGO Any Size McFlurry. The 28th is Kid Cudi's Camp Merch Drop.
Nice.
So he's one of the bigger ones, Kid Cudi. Yeah. With a more
day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind.
Friday the 29th, free McChicken.
Oh, nice.
And Saturday
with a $1 minimum purchase.
And Saturday the 30th, $2 Big Mac, $2 Hada. And then Sunday they're doing Kid Cudi's doing a virtual access show.
Yeah.
On the 31st,
that's
final
week
day of July.
After next.
Yeah, that's the last week of July.
Now, let me tell you what's coming up for you next week.
All right.
Get yourself a free iced coffee with a $1 minimum purchase on Monday. How about a buy one, get one medium fry on Tuesday?
BOGO fries.
BOGO fries. On Wednesday, you get, if you order a McFlurry, or you order and make the McFlurry sandwich. So next week, Wednesday is a hack day. What you do is you get a McFlurry and they'll give you 2 free chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
So you can make the hack McFlurry sandwich.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
On Thursday of next week, you get the it's actually a merch drop. You get access to the shop, which is unique, one-of-a-kind Camp McDonald's merchandise. I'm looking at a shirt that just says Market, and then there's a picture of Grimace in what looks like basketball attire.
I do like a Grimace shirt.
Yeah, hoisting a basketball. So you could get some exclusive Mickey D's merch. I'm a fan of McDonald's merch. When I used to work there, I had a shirt that just was blue and it just said Mickey D's.
Yeah.
I love that shirt. I used to wear it just kind of for fun. Friday of next week, you get a free Happy Meal.
Nice.
Yeah, free Happy Meal with a combo meal purchase. And then on Saturday, you buy one, get one for $1 crispy chicken sandwich. Talking about the big dog?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
Buy one, get one for $1. Then on Sunday of next week, BB, who I guess is an artist, you get access to her show with a $1 minimum purchase.
Nice.
So there you go.
So-
Camp McDee's, download it and take advantage.
And, of course, if you don't want any of that, you just want to get them.
Then you're crazy.
Yeah. But if you're just like, dude, I just want the Big Mac meal and I'm out. Fine, they get you that. They got you covered there too. So, but either way, download that app, start saving and sharing today. And a big thank you to McDonald's.
Who's Sharon?
Sharing.
Oh,
ING.
That makes much more sense.
Sharon. That was stuck in my head for a month. You know what, Sharon? I'm on the thing. I gotta get it out.
I was gonna say, so go
I
ahead.
gotta get it out. So. Last week when I was like, oh, there's a new Ozzy song.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot run away from that song. I cannot get away from it. It shows up on every feed I look at, Twitter, Facebook. It's like, Ozzy's got a new album. Here's the video. By the way.
You know what happened? You did exactly what I have done in the past to my phone when you're like, I'm curious, I'm going to look something up on my phone, and then you're going to get targeted ads for that thing across all social media for the next month.
Yeah. Oh, and the icing on that proverbial cake. I've got the earworm of dan it. It's not even words. It's just the riff at the beginning, and then Ozzy, just not his words, just in my head I got an earworm of the din it, and then Ozzy going whatever the words are. And so in my head, I constantly have din it.
I'm probably screwing myself right now in doing this, but I want to show you what for literally an entire month was what I would every single morning wake up to in my head. Where is it? Is that far back? It's not that far back. There it is.
Yeah,
every
that
single morning.
Yeah, that is when I watched that show. By the way, it's on HBO Max.
Make a move extreme.
What's the name of it now?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Thank you. I couldn't remember it.
On a flying thing. That song, because
that song is
Jigabah.
Yeah.
Make a movie.
That song is stuck in your. Yeah, I completely, because when I was watching that on the regular there. Yeah, I don't know how many times I was just skitty bopping around and like, do you really want it?
And that's the problem. Is it's the song, it's the dance in the opening credits, but it's also the fact, and I've gone back and checked multiple times. It makes legitimately no sense whatsoever. There's a line in the chorus that says, "Throw your dog the invisible bone."
Yeah.
It's like, it's just literally like, and you've done that before. You've done that thing where you throw something fake for your dog.
Yeah.
But none of the lyrics make any sense. Like, make a move extreme, sure shot to your dreams, afloat straight to the top on a flying thing.
Like I hear La Bamba's the same way.
I never thought about it. Well, I don't speak the language.
Well, I know there's like a line in there that says, I have no money, but I'm a sea captain.
Hang on. Dinero. Hang on.
No soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán. I don't have money, but I'm a sea captain. So I don't know.
Maybe he's saying, I don't have any cash, but I made it. Followed your dreams, kids.
Yeah.
Bye.
Also, I got to get this off my chest before we do the interview too. Yeah. Another point of yes. Go ahead, Roy.
I think he's saying mariner in that lyric. Marinero.
I'm a mariner. I'm a sea captain.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. You think he's saying my dinero.
It sounds like he's dinero.
Sounds like a no soy
we need Vidi in here.
Marinero, like mariner.
All right. I'm going to find out
like
right
the
now.
sauce?
But go ahead.
I'm not a mariner. I'm a captain.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So he's saying I'm not just a peon. I'm the dude in charge. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That makes more sense than I don't have any money, but I'm a sea captain. No. Speaking of captains, this commercial has annoyed me so much. I know it's not for me, but it still annoys me. There is a commercial for Captain Crunch cereal. Okay? And I know this is me overthinking it. I don't care. It still makes me mad.
Okay.
So there's
before you start, I want to let you know that you've ruined the take a ride on a Tic Tac for me forever.
Yeah, that commercial I hate.
Go ahead.
Filthy. But But there's a grown man, an adult, sitting at the table with his two, 16, 18-year-old kids. We're not talking little children here. We're talking older kids, right? They're sitting at a table, and I don't remember what happens, but they're like, oh, no, we got something. And then the adult stands up and says, crunchitize me, Captain, to a cartoon captain. And now he's got a cartoon captain hat and solves the problem. Is this it?
Anyone see my keys?
What happened to my breakfast?
And my homework.
Crunchitize me, Captain.
I hate that so much.
Why did he become the captain, though?
It's dumb. You're a grown man. Look for your keys and stop relying on a fictional cartoon character.
No, but that's not the point, Mike. The point of the commercial is the
cereal will now help me find my keys.
The little milk beasts have taken the keys. They messed with then he goes into the fictional Captain Crunch world, and I think he takes out the milk beasts or the crunch berries. I'm not sure what he's doing. I think they're trying to build a whole universe. Because see, the keys were inside the treasure chest. He uses crunch berries to take out the milk beasts. This all makes total sense.
He's a grown man. Get to work.
Dad, we missed the bus. Bus, we've got a boat. That's great.
All I know is he's got a different
You need to
voice
stop
now.
watching so much regular TV, homie.
Oh, my gosh. That commercial annoys me. It's Captain Crunch. Put it in your mouth and eat it. Go to work.
Yeah,
Be
put
a
it in your
man.
mouth, cut up the roof of your mouth, bleed like every good American, and then go to work. Yeah, exactly.
You're
That's
a
how you
grown
do it.
man talking to a cartoon.
That's right.
What kind of impression leaving on those kids? Eat your cereal and shut up and go to work. Anyway, that commercial drives me nuts.
I've never seen it.
Crunchitize me, Captain.
Crunchitize.
Boom! I
But
gotta
the way he says it,
crunchitize you.
He goes, crunchitize me, Captain.
It's like you're a grown man. Quit acting like this.
That guy used to go by the nickname Puppet. Like, crunchitize me, Captain.
Yeah.
What era is that? Like 90s or
that's
2000s?
now. That was on yesterday.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. You're like
Okay.
thinking that's a 20-year-old commercial. It should be.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
It should be.
It's that bad. Yeah.
I miss those commercials, though.
When I was 12.
The
crunchitize me, Captain.
I always felt bad for the Trix Rabbit. You know,
Yeah.
he was so close.
Yep.
So many times.
Well, and then the Lucky Charms guy.
Yeah.
Not going to get his Lucky Charms.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, I got to get this interview.
He got his, though. He got his.
He's through. All right, it is 20 minutes after 8. We're going to get you up to date with the weather. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview we had yesterday in the 9 o'clock hour with Crystal Noble from the Roswell Humane Society. That's coming up next. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Go get McDonald's and throw that Captain Crunch in the trash.
Crunchitize me, Captain.
Yeah, I'm going to McDonald's you. That's way better. Way cooler. Be a man.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. It looks like all that moist monsoon air will stay off to our west for the weekend, and that means a lot of sun and warm temperatures for us. Near 100 or a little bit over today, and lots of sunshine. For the overnight hours, it'll be clear down to the low 70s, then around 103 for the afternoon high on Saturday and sunny. We're in the low 100s with sunny skies Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
For people suffering with joint pain, simple movement feels like just taking a step feels like, and lifting your arm can feel like. Don't let joint pain be in charge of your life. The skilled orthopedic experts at Loveless Medical Group SCORE are helping more people take back their lives with some of the most advanced surgeries in the region. We're doing more than restoring joints, we're restoring lives. Call Loveless Medical Group SCORE today at 575-625-3300. So life can feel like,
The ENMU Roswell Pool is open for summer 2022, and it's open 7 days a week from 10 to 11 every day for lap swimming and from 11 to 5 for open swim. Just $5 for the whole day. Once you pay, you can stay all day. With full concession stand, lots of covered seating, and more. Swim passes are available, and ENMUR students get it half off. Book Book the pool for your next party or get-together and run the pool from 6 to 10 p.m. For information and reservations, call 575-624-7305. That's 575-624-7305. Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
At LeGrand Funeral Chapel, we believe that every funeral should be a reflection of the life it honors. The joys, the triumphs, the faith, the family, and so much more. For us, no detail is too small, no request too big. This is Rosa Aguilar. When the time comes to choose a funeral home, we hope you'll let us serve your family. At LeGrand Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the AIDS Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Humane Society.
Good morning.
I love saying society. It makes me happy. Crystal Noble back with us. Good morning.
I was gonna say, oh, wait, I'm not meow meow wiggle butt right
now. Yeah. But, of course, we were just talking earlier. But good morning. How? In studio this morning from the Roswell Humane Society.
Good morning.
I love saying society. It makes me happy. Crystal Noble back with us. Good morning.
I was gonna say, oh, wait, I'm not meow meow wiggle butt right now.
Yeah. But, of course, we were just talking earlier. But good morning. How's life at the Humane Society today?
Hot.
Imagine.
It doesn't matter what kind of air conditioning units you have right now. It is just stinking hot.
Well, do you guys have AC or swamp coolers?
In the front part, there's AC.
Okay.
And in the back part, it's swamp.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're getting 103. It's those swamp coolers working at peak optimal efficiency will knock it down to like 85.
If.
That's with no humidity, and all we've been dealing with is humidity. So.
Yeah. It's not. We know. But for the most part, if the dogs are inside pretty decently at an early time,
okay,
it's not too bad.
Yeah, and then like I said, keep them in the shade, keep them cool. They're obviously during this time, there's not going to be volunteers walking the dogs and stuff.
It's way too hot.
It's just it's too hot for that kind of stuff. But that being said, if you'd like to volunteer and come and take a pet or two into what's called the meeting room, and just interact with them, that can still be arranged for some of the pets and things like that, as long as it's indoors and all that. But because that's a good thing, we want these pets to have as much human interaction, and so that makes them more adoptable when you're in there petting them and giving them, love. Basically, it kind of makes them more trusting of humans in general.
It helps them to be more accepting of strangers touching them.
Yeah.
And that's, a good way to help them get a home is by more socialization.
Yeah.
We do tonight have an adoption event.
Okay.
At the Roswell Invaders game.
Oh, nice. So come out to the Invaders game. That's right. It's chamber night, I believe, out at the Invaders game.
And we're going to have some pets out there. Just dogs, because cats are not going to
Cats are not meant to be hanging out at the ballpark, I don't think.
No. Yeah. But we will have I think we're going to take 4 dogs out tonight. And it'll be from the time the game starts, and we'll be there till about 9 o'clock tonight.
Nice. So if you want to come meet some of the pets here, come out and enjoy an Invaders game. If you haven't been out to a game, it's great.
This was the first year I've gone to an Invaders game. I've lived here forever. They've been here for the last several years, and I'd never gone to it.
They had a lot of fun. They got great, the adult beverages, the whole nine. They do it all out there.
Yeah.
So, and it's chamber night tonight. So if you want to get out there, I think the chamber usually does some special swag and giveways and things.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff to give away tonight as well.
So
and I think they're doing a few extra raffles than they normally do.
Yeah, so tonight's a good night to go see a ball game and come meet some of the pets at the shelter and like I said, get some free swag and enjoy an Invaders game. And hopefully at the end of the night, we're talking with an Invaders win. So
yeah, hopefully. Well, the game will be longer than 9 o'clock. So. First game was still going at midnight, and I was like, okay, I got to get sleep.
Yeah, they get this. It's baseball. It's the America's pastime. Some of those innings.
I never realized how long a baseball game was until going to that one. I was like, good Lord, is this thing ever going to end? And my husband's like, not until they get through the innings. I'm like, don't they have 15 minutes, this quarter is 15 minutes. And he's like, it's not football. And I'm like, I obviously
baseball's
don't know
that sport.
crap.
Time has nothing to do with it. It's all about the, getting the 3 outs or, once that happens. And sometimes it takes 10 seconds to get 3 outs. Sometimes it takes 2 hours to get 3 outs. It just depends,
Yeah, I think football should adapt that, time thing. Because, I could watch football forever.
Yeah. But the game's got to end at some point. But that'll be tonight out at Joe Bauman Stadium. So come on out there.
Okay, so is it Bauman or Bowman?
I've always said Joe Bauman, but I that's how I've heard it. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever heard it pronounced. So I was like, is it Bowman?
I've always said Joe Bauman Stadium. I think that's universally how it's pronounced, or Coca-Cola Field. That'll get you the same place. It's over by the fairgrounds. If you don't know, it's the nice ball field right there by the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds there. So
it's on the corner of Poe and Southeast Main.
Yeah, exactly.
And the entrance is off of Poe. It's not on the Southeast Main.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to turn onto Poe, drive like 2 blocks, and you'll see the entrance there. Yeah. You don't want to go through the fairgrounds main entrance. You want to go to that off of Poe, which is just north of the main entrance, I believe. So, but what time do they start? 7?
7. Well, the game starts at 7, so I think they open up for people to start coming in about 6:30.
Okay, very good. So get you a good seat and all that good stuff.
Concession does not open until 7, though, by the way.
Gotcha.
So
you have to wait till game starts to get some food, or come with your own or something.
Do bring a mosquito spray because it is that time.
Yeah, that's true. Get your bug, and anytime there's a puddle, there's a mosquito nowadays. So.
Oh God, it's an awful amount of mosquitoes.
Good deal.
But we'll be out there
with the dogs and
with some dogs.
Have fun and lots of water and all that for the pets. So come meet the dogs and come meet some invaders and come out for chamber night tonight. As far as pets available for adoption right now, what's the list look like? Pretty stacked?
Oh, very stacked.
Yeah.
We have all of the cats are out of quarantine, so we have ranges from kittens to adults.
Nice. So cat lovers, good selection.
Is completely full. We do have, and it's a group of seniors. There's 3 of them. 2 of them, we figure they're probably about 10 years old, and then the other one's about 4, so she's not necessarily a senior.
Gotcha.
But they came from the same household. They all get along. It's 2 Maine Coon crosses and a tortoiseshell.
Okay.
So their owner was put into a nursing facility because she was not deemed mentally capable of taking care of herself anymore.
Gotcha.
The cats weren't in the best of condition, so we're working on getting them up to where they need to be.
Okay.
But they will be going up for adoption soon, and they're
hopefully
looking for a home.
Hopefully someone can adopt them together. That
and
might
I
be
will tell you, the Maine Coons, typically cats don't like to be brushed, and it's always the long-haired cats that need to be brushed, that hate being brushed. They actually like it.
Okay.
So it's been really easy to get them in better condition because of them being okay
receptive
with
to
us doing it.
Okay.
But they were very, very badly matted. So they do have some bald spots from where the mats had pulled away.
All that grows back, and they'll be fine.
Yeah. But they are, it's Stacy, George. Oh, I forgot what the tortoiseshell's name is. I don't remember her name. I think it's Darla.
Darla
or Starla.
Diva.
But they're all 3 from the same household.
Okay. So
They all
hopefully,
do great.
owner can take all three. I mean, if not, it is what it is. But
Well, George is neutered. The tortoiseshell for sure is spayed. We're not 100% sure about Stacy yet, just because she looks like she's spayed and then she sinks in, and then she looks spayed and sinks in. So
okay,
we're not sure yet.
gotcha. Is she the 4-year-old?
No, she's the other Maine Coon. Who's
Okay.
probably 10-ish.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the lady wasn't able to give us any information about.
Well, it sounds
the
like
animals.
she's dealing with dementia or some kind of issue like that. So that's, all the information's spotty at best, I'm guessing. So
Yeah.
unless there's other family members that can tell you something.
Unfortunately, no, not in her circumstances.
Uh-huh.
But they will be going up for adoption soon.
Okay.
And
as soon as they are healthy enough to be in the main pop there. So very good.
And dogs, we have the plethora.
Okay. Is it big, smalls, a good mix? Or?
It's a lot of bigs, some
Okay.
mediums. We have a few small, some that have not come out of quarantine just yet. They're almost there. We do have Rosie, which is a Chihuahua mix. She's your typical Chihuahua. She's got to be like a cat and earn your trust before she likes you. So she barks her head off. But normally, she's just like, oh.
Right.
And then you give her some treats and she's like, oh, hey,
Gotcha.
hi.
She's playing tough. Typical Chihuahua
That's
behavior.
what I said. She's like, I don't like you until you feed me.
Yeah. It's all bark and no bite.
Unfortunately, she's, not like the chow. Once you start feeding her, she's like, hi, I'm coming home with you.
She has standards, but she's cheap. Some food will buy your loyalty.
Pepperonis, man. I've never seen a dog like pepperonis as much as her.
All right, good. Well, there you go. There's your.
You have to tell her gentle because she's like, give me the entire pepperoni.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, no, we don't do this.
Yeah, some dogs are dainty and they'll be like, and others, and usually it's bigger, but.
No. Like, I have never had my fingers nommed off by a big dog with a pepperoni. It's always the little
It's always the little dogs, yeah.
The big dogs are like, they use their tongue mostly.
Right.
The little dogs are like, oh, I have no depth perception. Nom.
It's like, I got a couple digits of finger with that pepperoni. That's all right.
They're like, oh, look, it's crunchy.
Yeah. But if you love Chihuahuas, that one probably a fun one once you crack the
And like
code
I said,
with her.
once, typical Chihuahua, once you earn the trust from her, that's it.
Jeez.
She's like, hi. We do have another small dog. She'll be coming out of quarantine here soon, and she's a Min Pin mix.
Okay.
And then we have another tan and black Chihuahua mix that came in with the Min Pin mix.
Okay.
They should be coming out here soon too. So,
Great.
And they're like 8 pounds.
Okay,
They're
so
not
if you
very
want some
big.
little
They're
dogs,
adults.
you got a few of those. But again, these big dogs have great love in homes. Generally speaking, big dogs, for the most part, are pretty calm and pretty chill and very good protectors and
We
good
have,
family dogs for the most
Xena,
part.
which is we were told Great Dane mix, but I put her as a Catahoula mix. Because she's not big at all, but she's super sweet, super affectionate, loves people, loves attention.
So you like the big dog mentality, but not necessarily the 150-pound variety of it.
She's only about 55 pounds.
Oh, see, that's a medium-sized dog right there.
So she's the size of a Catahoula, but looks like a Great Dane, just not full growth.
Yeah, that's like a
So-
tweener. Like kind of lap, kind of not. Like they want to be lap, but they kind of a little big for
I
your
don't
lap.
know. My Great Dane feels he's a lap dog, but the
Yeah.
benefit of him is when you're sitting down, he backs up and sits on you with his back legs. So you're his couch, and his feet are still on the floor. So he is my lap dog.
So literally, you're just a couch.
I'm just
That's
a couch.
funny. Is there like a backup light when he's going beep, beep, beep when he starts backing up to sit down in your
No,
lap?
and it's funny because he kind of sideswipes you. Like he brushes up against you, and then when his butt touches you, he stops, and then he picks his back leg up. And
It's like
sits
his
down.
curb feeler. He's just getting his curb feeler, and there's a spot. Bloom, there it is.
Yeah, he parallel parks on my legs. But if he climbed entirely on me, that'd be a whole different story. So.
Yeah.
But no, he just backs up and parks his butt.
Nice. Well,
And he just it's funny because all 4 of his paws will be on the floor or the ground. And his butt is resting on me, and he's still got his feet on the ground. And I'm like, God, my dog's huge.
you're like, is this comfortable for you? Because it's not doing much for me.
He just turns and looks at me like, So Xena is nowhere near that big.
Gotcha.
So Xena, she could lay on your lap and you wouldn't suffocate.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to need the, yeah.
We do still have some of the bulldog pups. We have 3 of them left. We have Fluff, Puddin', and I can't remember the third one's name. But Fluff and
Nutter Butter.
Puddin', no.
I'm like Fluff Puddin'. I'm like, I'm sensing a theme here.
No, because they were all white. We named them after like white foods, which that sounds really mean.
Marshmallow.
No, Marshmallow got adopted.
Okay. Hominy. Cauliflower.
What is her name?
Rice.
I'm
just gonna keep random vanilla ice cream. I'm just gonna keep saying white foods till you say an answer.
No.
Mashed potatoes.
3 of them. Oh, that'd be a good name. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Cindy.
Huh?
Cindy.
Oh, I had nothing to do with
That has
white
nothing
foods.
to do with food. No. So Fluff is all
I didn't get
white.
to Mayo. Mayo Jones. That'd be a good name.
No. So Fluff is all white.
Oh yeah.
That's why she got the name Fluff.
It makes sense.
But the others,
Pretty dog.
the others had like some like spots, like some were, like a black ear or a black patch on the eye.
That's salt and
and
pepper.
Fluff was the only one that stayed all white.
Okay.
Well, Cindy grew into a whole lot of colors, so let me get her baby picture.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
her
lot of these. Some of
baby
these
picture,
puppies. Okay.
And then that's her now.
All white. Oh yeah, definitely got spots.
Yeah, and then
more.
her spots came in kind of like
Yeah.
a Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because they're American Bulldog mixes.
Huh. Well, maybe there's a Dalmatian in the mix somewhere in there and just don't know about it. Maybe Mama's dad's grandpa was a Dalmatian.
But when they came to us, there was 5 of them. We have 3 left.
Yeah.
We got them in December. They were 7 weeks old. They are now almost 9 months old.
Oh wow, they've been here a long time.
Mhm.
They need a home.
They do. They've grown up with us in the kennels, and
We don't want them to get institutionalized like Shawshank Redemption. And
so
that's
my husband is inputting on the white animal names, and he says meringue. Hi, baby.
That's a good one.
Well, we were talking about key lime pie and lemon meringue pie last night, and I was expressing, I do great with key lime. I do great with the lemon part, but the meringue, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't like to beat the egg whites.
I know it takes a finesse to make meringue. It's like
Trust me, I've attempted a few times, and it doesn't always come out all that great.
yeah, it's all in the folding and the mixing. I don't know how.
But honestly, it's also in our elevation.
I imagine that
We
place
don't have
huge.
the right elevation to make a great meringue.
I guess you need to go to like sea level, go to like Florida, because like key lime pies and all that, they usually put a big meringue on it.
I don't put meringue on my key lime.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying
But,
they have some with the big meringue on it.
When you go higher in elevation, your eggs peak a whole lot faster, and you can not spend 45 minutes whipping eggs.
Nice.
But
Good tip.
yeah,
So if you want to start a bakery, don't do it in Roswell. 6,000.
just don't offer meringue.
There you go. There you go. Stick with what works in this climate. So
Green chili cheesecakes.
there you go.
Oh man, that sounds great. Green chili cheesecake.
I'm sure there's one out there.
I'm sure.
There's got to be. We put green chili in everything here. Someone's bound to put it on cheesecake.
They discontinued the green chili ice cream.
Really?
Yeah, I can't find it no more.
Guess there was enough people partaking.
I guess I was the only weirdo that liked it.
Maybe. Yeah, that could be. I want chocolate. What? Kim? Uh-huh. Hold on. Let me turn your mic on.
I was watching the Today Show this morning.
Yeah.
And Bluebell's come out with a new flavor, and they were trying it.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, it was Channel 4 Albuquerque News.
Okay.
It was the Debbie cake.
Little Debbie snack cakes?
The oatmeal cream.
Oh, the oatmeal cream pie?
what?
Yeah.
They have an ice cream.
Oh, really?
of that.
Does it got chunks of that oatmeal cream pie in it?
Evidently, that's the new one that just came out. And they
That's
just came
Kim's
out
wheelhouse
today.
there. That's her jam.
That's
Just
got
came
my
out
attention.
today.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember who made the ice cream, but I used to find it at Albertsons, and it was vanilla ice cream with Hatch green chili.
It's got to be a New Mexico company.
So it was, they just called it Hatch green chili ice cream.
Huh.
And I was like, that's weird.
And you only saw it at Farmers?
No, Albertsons.
Or Albertsons,
Yeah,
okay.
on South Main.
All right.
And I had got it once, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try this. And I was like, oh, my God, this is great.
Hmm.
And then I went back for it and can't find it no more. But I just make my own.
All
Vanilla
right.
ice cream, green chili topping, and mix it up.
If anybody out there has seen or heard of this green chili ice cream on their shelves, shoot us a message so we can get this information to Crystal so she can go and resume getting her ice cream.
I'm walking
Anybody
around
knows.
with an ice cream cone
Yeah.
with green chili hanging off of it. Oh, man.
That's the beauty of radio. Sometimes I ask stuff like that, and then I get a message like, "Oh, there it is." I'm like, "Sweet." So yeah, let's see if we can turn that into.
I am in search of.
Yeah, green chili ice cream.
Yes.
She saw it at Albertsons on the South Albertsons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully someone else has either found other places where it's at, or can find out where you can get it online or something.
Where they know who made it.
Yeah, or know who made it. Yeah. I wonder if it's an ice cream company or if it's like a green chili company making it. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Like, I'm trying to think. I gotta imagine it's a New Mexico company doing it.
I wonder if it was like a trial thing to see if it would.
Yeah, or like a limited edition kind of situation.
Maybe.
Yeah. Mm.
And green chili season's about to start up again.
I would imagine.
I know on 2nd Street, they already started roasting chili.
Yeah, usually around August is when you start seeing the chili roasters start showing up at the grocery stores and everything. So, yeah, it'll be a few weeks here coming. So, all right, we got to get back on task. Thrift store. Yeah, you know what? And this real quick for folks that aren't aware, the Humane Society, one of their best financial supporters of everything they do is that thrift store. The thrift store helps offset a lot of vet bills, costs when donations dry up, when things like that happen. That thrift store is the saving grace to keep some of these things afloat. So if you want to help out immensely, but you can't adopt a dog or a cat because you don't live in a scenario or whatever it is, but want to help out, shop early, shop often at the thrift store. That's a great way to support the Humane Society.
And it's very, very reasonable price.
Yeah.
Some things are just overly cheap, and then some things are, like, wow, that's a really good price. So clothing is their biggest seller, and clothing is always cheap. They have formal dresses, gowns, scrubs, socks.
Don't pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for this formal wear when you could get it for like pennies on the dollar.
They have like kids, they go to prom, and they buy these prom dresses. They wear them that one night and then donate them.
Yeah.
They're brand new. They have a ton of clothing. Always. Summer, winter, they change for seasons, But right now, like, their clothing, their summer is stocked. You got swimsuits for ladies, kids, men. They got the flip-flops to go with them. They got the towels. They're completely summer stocked right now. They have a lot of clothing.
Good deal.
This time of the year, people are sitting outside on the patios more often. If you need like outdoor patio glass sets, they have those.
Okay. So like drinkware and pitchers.
Like the Tupperware pitchers, stuff like that. They always have a ton of that.
Make you lemonade and
right now they have some really cool wine glass sets that are not blown glass, but when like you have the colors of the glass that are like intermixed.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. But they've got a really cool set, and it's a wine glass set, and it's white and red and green.
Okay. So it's like probably a hand stretched glass or something like that. Yeah.
I'd say like not Fiesta ware, but kind of like Fiesta ware.
Okay, in that vein of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a complete set, and it's like got margarita glasses, it's got wine glasses, really cool. And I was like, oh. They have a lot of sheet sets, varying sizes from twins up to kings.
Okay.
And house decor. They've got a lot of really cool just decor that hangs on the walls. Some of them are like hand painted, some of them are just pictures that are framed, and but a lot of really cool stuff. Hobby Lobby had a sale.
Okay.
And then what they didn't sell, they donated.
Oh, how nice.
So it's like a lot of stuff from Hobby Lobby.
Oh, cool. So you're like, man, I love that. How about I'm going to pay for it? I'll come over here to the thrift store and get it really cheap.
So it's really, some of them are like, the sayings where it says like, home is where the heart is. There's a lot of little sayings like that. And then a lot of the decor that has the sayings.
Sure.
And stuff
So
like
if you
that.
love that kind of decor and that homey kind of decor, then you got them covered with a bunch of it. So cool.
So my husband just sent me hatch chili ice cream recipe.
Oh, to make your own?
I don't
Well,
want
yeah,
to
you
make
get an
it.
ice cream maker, make your own. But
We
who wants
have
to do
an
that?
ice cream maker, but I don't want to make it. I just want to go to the store, buy it in a tub, grab a spoon, be a fatty, and eat it.
There you go. Usually, we have an ice cream maker too, and it makes really good ice cream. But yeah, I'm kind of like, these companies are really good at making it, maybe better than I am. I'm just going to let them do it. It's kind of like bread. Bread makers were a thing, but at some point you're like, the bread of the store is just better.
Okay. And I really love fresh bread.
Yeah.
There's just a taste that, you don't get when you buy the sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
Albertson South, their bakery's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They have the garlic bread that's in the little foil that you throw on the grill.
Yeah.
That thing is amazing.
Yeah.
And it tastes just as fresh like it came out of the oven. So for the people who like the taste of it but don't want all the hard work,
yeah,
that Albertson's
that's your cheat sheet right there. Yeah, I like it. Good deal. But if you want to make your own, get you an ice cream maker and do it. So
yeah.
Which time to time they show up at the thrift store, I bet. An ice cream makers and bread makers and things. So if you're looking for one of those, go there to the thrift store and get it.
They get bread makers, toasters, the air fryers.
Mm-hmm.
They get a lot of that stuff. So they always have kitchen decor.
Yeah.
Like kitchen appliances, utensil sets. They have that all the time. They don't ever have a shortage of kitchen stuff, which is really bad for me because I'm a kitchen freak.
I'm a bit of a mark for some of that myself. I've bought gadgets over the years that my wife may or may not thought was a good idea. Everything from quesadilla makers to countless George Foremans to panini presses to all kinds of stuff.
So our recent purchase, which is not a is a kitchen gadget, but it's a griddle, a tabletop griddle, which you can use inside or outside. And I'm like, but more so outside.
We got a Wolfgang Puck one like that. It's like a flip it. It's flat on one, and it's got like griddle marks on the other. But yeah.
Well, this is like a Blackstone griddle.
Okay.
So
yeah, those Blackstones are nice.
Yeah. So we are waiting for that to come in so I can get on some griddling, some eggs and bakey. So that's my recent kitchen purchase.
And then I don't have a smoker yet.
Oh, I do.
One of the days I'm going to get that, but I have a disc cooker and a grill. So between my disc cooker and the grill, I got gadgets. So, but all right, we got to wrap it because I've just realized the time, and I'm like, all right, I got to stop talking about food.
It's brunch time now.
Point is, the thrift store's got you covered.
They do. And they're open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 4:30. Wednesdays, is like the new day.
Yeah, so usually if you get there at 10.
Every day, they're going through, they're stocking stuff. As stuff sells, they're putting new stuff out.
Good.
Clothing, like I said, if you were in need of clothing, the shirt, thrift store, 50 cents.
There you go.
50 cents.
Wardrobe for $2.
It was $15 originally purchased because the tag was still on it.
Yeah. And
so I bought it brand new for 50 cents.
Exactly.
So come shop.
Absolutely. And donate as well, too.
Yes.
If you've got items that are good, new, or very gently used that are still good shape and you don't have a need for it anymore, donate it to the thrift store. Furniture, small appliances, clothing, decor, all that kind of stuff. They'd love to have that. Electronics, even if you've got PlayStations.
They have a PS4 there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's sold, but I saw it the other day.
Oh, wow.
They had a PS4.
Nice.
I was like, whoa.
Probably almost, yeah.
I don't play video games, but whoa.
I imagine it goes pretty quick because I know brand new. They're PS4s or whatever. What are they, $500-600 new?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Maybe over 1,000 now. I don't know. But,
I don't know.
Yeah. But,
I just know that we get that stuff a lot.
yeah. So please check early, check off. And that's why you have the Wednesday crowd that comes in Wednesday to see what the new stuff is. So make sure you're part of that group. So, and then of course, if you're looking to adopt, please come by the shelter. Give the shelter hours.
Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 12 and 1 to 4:30.
And like we said, don't forget, if you do want to adopt a dog or a cat with the dogs, they do come and inspect, make sure you have a good yard.
Yes.
If you do have other dogs in the house, there will be a meet and greet to make sure everybody gets along. Cats, you have to promise to be indoor cats. And of course, all these pets have to be spayed or neutered. And if they're not spayed or neutered now, they're going to go directly from the shelter to the vet of your choice to make sure that happens. And then you take them home from there. And of course, with city ordinances that every pet that is adopted from that facility will be microchipped, even if you don't live in Roswell, because you're adopting from Roswell, and that's the rules here. So
yeah, we have to follow our ordinances.
Yeah, very good. And then, of course, one last thing, become a member is a great way to support the Humane Society. You can be a member, your kids can be a member, your pets can be a member.
The newsletter should be coming out, so if you sign up quickly, we can get you on the mailing list,
You on the
and
next
you can
newsletter.
get this newsletter.
Good deal. And, of course, it's a great way to support is becoming that. And they actually do have meetings and stuff that you can attend, a couple times a year. But you're not obligated to by any way, shape, or form. But it's a great way to support because all those membership dues goes right back into helping pets. That's every dime that the Humane Society raises, all of it goes back into either directly helping the pets or indirectly through upgrading the facilities to help the pets. So.
Yes.
So it's either direct or indirect. It's helping those pets. And then, again, don't forget, come on out to the Invaders game tonight.
Yes, 7 o'clock. The game starts at 7. Get there about 6:30-ish. We'll be there around 6:30.
Yeah, come meet some of the pets from the Humane Society. Chamber nights, they always got all kind of free swag, too. So it's bonus freebies night tonight. So come on out there, and hopefully the only thing that's going to make it a perfect evening is an Invader win at the end of the night there. So good deal. Did we get it all?
I think we did.
Awesome. Well, thank you, as always.
Thank you.
We'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we get home for those dogs that have been here, was it 9 months now?
Yep.
9 months. That's too long for a dog to be in a shelter. Too long for any animal to be in a shelter. But that's unfortunately, and don't get me wrong, the Humane Society loves these animals and treats them very well. But at the end of the day, they're still sitting in cages and things. That's, it's the nature of the beast.
It's not a home.
Yeah.
They're halfway home.
And so 9 months of that is going to mess with the psyche. If it's you, if it's a dog, it's anybody. And they're not meant to be sitting in cages. They're running around and being part of our lives. So
No, they're meant to be out.
yeah. So remember that when you adopt too. You're seeing them at their worst. So to get they're going to be timid. They're going to be shy. They're going to be maybe aggressive, depending on their personalities. But once you put them in a more comfortable environment, that's when you start seeing the real personality of these pets. And that's what you're going to fall in love with. So, all right, it is 9:54. I need to play some commercials before we wrap up the show.
Despite the fact that state law allows most abortion procedures. Clinics in New Mexico after the U.S. Supreme Court decision overturning the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. New Mexico State Representative Debbie Armstrong announcing Thursday that she will step down from her legislative seat before the end of her term so she can focus on providing care for a family member. The Democrat said her resignation would be effective today, meaning the Bernalillo County Commission would have to appoint a replacement until a successor could be elected. Armstrong had announced last year that she would not seek re-election anyway. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. It looks like all that moist monsoon air will stay off to our west for the weekend, and that means a lot of sun and warm temperatures for us, near 100 or a little bit over today, and lots of sunshine. For the overnight hours, it'll be clear down to the low 70s, then around 103 for the afternoon high on Saturday and sunny. We're in the low 100s with sunny skies Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Long lines are back at food banks around the country as working Americans overwhelmed by inflation turn to handouts to help feed their families. With gas prices soaring along with grocery costs, many people are seeking charitable food for the first time, and more are arriving on foot. 4 North Dakota men are accused of stealing more than $2.4 million worth of crude oil over a period of more than a year. Michael Garcia, Mark McGregor, Daryl Merrill, and Joseph Vandewalker are each charged with felony counts of conspiracy to commit theft and dealing in stolen property. The court documents state that Merrill and Vandewalker, both truck drivers, skimmed oil they were offloading at a facility by manipulating equipment such as transfer pumps during their deliveries. They allegedly stored the oil in 2 tanks and later offloaded it and sold it. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Yup, it's back to school season, and Roswell Honda wants to get you geared up with the 5th annual Back to School Blowout. Stop by Roswell Honda now through July 29th and register your kids to get a backpack chock full of supplies absolutely free. Then on July 30th, join Roswell Honda for the Back to School Bash with lots of free food and fun stuff for the whole family. And that's not all. While you're there, register to win a brand new desk, office chair, and HP laptop. Register now for the Back to School Blowout, July 30th, 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Fall classes at ENMU Roswell start August 15th. Register now on campus or online. Whether you're a new student, returning student, or want to learn new skills or a trade, we have the programs and financial aid to support you every step of the way. Take classes during the day, evening, or online. Talk with an advisor today. Call 575-624-7294 or log on to roswell.enmu.edu.
ENMU Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:58. Stay tuned next hour, about 9:15 or so. We're going to have Tracy Fry join us from the Roswell Public Library, give us an update. Of course, they are, I would say, in the high water mark of the summer reading program right now. That wraps up here at the end of the month. So we're about two and a half weeks out from that wrapping up. So I imagine we got people. There's probably some people still sign up. We'll find out if there's still people sign up and all that. But we'll get an update from Tracy on that and other events happening at the Roswell Public Library the next hour. Hey, I want to remind folks that the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico is having their Trip Down Memory Lane Heritage Fundraising Dinner. It's going to be happening Thursday, August 25th. It's like their previous events, drive-through food. You'll come through the parking lot there at the Historical Society on the 25th. You'll pick up your tickets there. Then you drive over to Pepper's, and they'll get you your meals. Like last time, $100 for a box that serves two. And then they also have kind of your table of 8 situation for $500 that feeds 10. And it's a shrimp appetizer for 2, beef entree with braised beef tips, and then a chicken dish, spinach and artichoke grilled chicken that's also served with roasted red mashed potatoes, summer squash medley rolls, and butter, and dessert for 2 as well. So you can start RSVPing now at roswellnmhistory.org or call 575-622-8333. Town Hall News up next. We'll be back.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden arriving in Saudi Arabia for a meeting with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The president says he will not avoid the touchy issue of human rights and will raise other matters as well, things like energy and security cooperation. Israeli Prime Minister Lapid is hoping Mr. Biden will also convey a message from Israel to the Arab world.
Our hand is outstretched for peace. We are ready to share our technology and experience, ready for our people to meet and learn about one another, ready for our scientists to collaborate and our businesses to cooperate.
Earlier, Mr. Biden stopped at a Palestinian hospital in East Jerusalem. He also met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Bethlehem. Ukrainian officials are condemning as an act of terrorism a Russian attack on a city in central Ukraine. It left 23 people dead, more than 100 others wounded. On Capitol Hill today,
the House is expected to vote on 2 bills that would restore and guarantee abortion access nationwide. One bill would prohibit punishing a patient who travels to another state to get an abortion. And it says doctors outside the patient's home state cannot be punished for providing reproductive care. The second bill would prevent abortion bans earlier than 24 weeks and allow exceptions for abortions after the fetus is considered viable if the health of the mother is at risk. The bills have almost no chance of becoming law, with necessary support lacking in the 50-50 Senate. Donna Warder, Washington.
Retail sales rose a surprisingly strong 1% from May to June, and that unleashed a rally on Wall Street that continues this hour. The key average is sharply higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Inflation is soaring. Prices are going up everywhere except Legacy Box. That's right.
When our number people wanted us to raise prices, we said heck no. That's un-American. When times get tough, Legacy Box stands strong. Introducing the Legacy Box Inflation Busters sale. Not $15 a tape, not $12, $9. Yes, just $9 a videotape. We're in a race to save your family's recorded past from the risk of fires, natural disasters, and the decay of time. Don't let this summer's heat age your videotapes, film reels, and fade your photos. Legacy Box saves your memories by professionally converting all your analog formats to digital on thumb drive or the cloud. And it's all done here in the USA. Legacy Box is simple and safe with over 1 million satisfied customers. For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/lbox to get our $9 sale. That's legacybox.com/lbox to get our $9 offer. legacybox.com/lbox.
China's economy struggled in the second quarter. It did expand, but only at a rate of 0.4% year over year, with COVID fighting measures taking a heavy toll.
For 2 months, China's most popular city and commercial hub, Shanghai, was in lockdown. The manufacturing center of Shenzhen faced closures as well. Continuing to pursue a zero-COVID strategy has seen massive supply chain disruptions, reduced output, and congestion at Chinese ports. While many of these curbs have been lifted, and there are some signs of improvement, analysts don't expect a rapid economic recovery. Many have downgraded their growth forecasts for the year for the world's second largest economy.
That's a BBC's Katie Silver reporting. To the EU's competition watchdog says Amazon, seeking to resolve 2 European Union antitrust investigations, now promising fair treatment of third-party merchants on its website. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. He's a military veteran, and he's the genuine article. Now, many years later, a drive to honor his acts of bravery.
He was a Top Gun pilot who took on 7 Soviet planes during the Korean War, and now an effort is underway to see to it that he's awarded the Medal of Honor. The 5 members of San Diego's congressional delegation are working to ensure that Mr. Royce Williams receives that honor. The 97-year-old shot down 4 Soviet MiG fighters in 1952, something that was classified for decades. Tasha Stevens reporting.
Looks like Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is set to block plans for more Democratic spending proposals. Plans that Republicans argue would add fuel to the fires of inflation. Manchin reportedly telling Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer that he'll oppose a spending bill if it includes climate or energy provisions or increases taxes. That according to a Democrat briefed on the conversations between the 2 lawmakers. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travelation, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Crazy animals.
Mornings with Mike Winters.
Right off a burp there.
Fire.
I was going to burp it out. Crazy animals.
By the way, kids, you want a good juvenile joke?
You know I do.
This one's timeless.
Okay.
This one's timeless. When I was younger, a certain movie was a little more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Is a popular movie. But one of my moves, and this is how I got my wife. I'm just kidding, of course. But this is...
I was like, what Ricardo Montalban move did you pull?
This is what I do.
Okay.
And it's technically a Kirk move.
Oh, okay.
whenever I feel the need to expel gas, like if I feel a buildup going on, I'm like, uh-oh, I got one coming.
I know where you're going with this.
I like to do the Kirk. Right before he kills Khan, he finally gets the shields down, and he puts the fist out, and he goes, fire!
Okay.
And so I go, fire! And then I let it rip.
Nice. Well played.
If that doesn't work, I also like to do the shotgun shell, like I'm pumping a shotgun. I go, and then let her rip.
Nice.
And if you really want to go
I have
professional,
a little lead time with it.
yeah, you got to know what's coming. And then the other move, if you don't like those two, is the motorbike. And when you get ready to go, you hit the handlebars and you go and you like you're getting ready, and you just go, and then you let her rip. And either one of these will work.
See, I'm a fan of talking it out, of trying to like come up with like a response to a question, and then like it's in the kitchen.
Yeah,
that's always a fan. I'm always a fan.
That
of
you almost have to time the conversation right. That's a lot of work there.
Well, see,
if you feel it coming, it's like I got one coming.
That's the beauty.
Fire!
That's the beauty. Yours requires the intuitive thought. Mine is, I'm in the middle of, let's say we're like watching TV or something. Somebody asks me a question, I feel it coming. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So that's an improv situation.
Yes.
Where it's just like, I could respond like this. So that's what I like to I really thought you were going to go with God.
Yeah. Well, but no, it's the end where the two ships are fighting and they're both like just being destroyed, and then they finally get the shields or the cloaking off on the bird of prey, the Klingon bird of prey, and so they get the Klingon, they get him out of the cloaking, and so now you can see him.
Right.
And as soon as Kirk sees him, he's like, fire! And he does this big fish shake like this, and then he says fire, and then they launch the torpedoes and blow up Khan. But that's my move. That's my go-to getting gas out of there move. I like it. Fire, and then let her rip.
I like it.
It's evolved over the years.
You're a man that knows his style and also knows his audience.
People like, this guy's pretty funny. Not really. I'm a jack of all trades, man. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, and I got a juvenile brain of a 12-year-old. That's what I have.
Absolutely. You want to make it radio, kids? Subscribe for more tips.
Yeah, I find many things funny that people find gross or just dumb. And I'm like that. But then I'll go and read something that most people like that is boring, and what are you thinking?
Yeah, you can dive into like poignancy better than most.
Yeah, I have that ability, which I'm kind of thankful for. I find enjoyment in all of it, which is good because I'm actually an introvert, and I hate being around
what it comes
people,
down to. Is I got to keep myself entertained, So it's like I'm going to find stuff that I like to do or think about. Yeah, that's what keeps me entertained.
I'm a complex dude, and then here's the thing: is I like people. I like talking to people. I don't like being around people.
Sure.
I just don't like. I don't want to get wrapped up in people's drama and everything.
I like being around some people, but at the same time, I also like having the ability to just be like, I'm a peace out, and just kind of do me for a while. You know?
Yeah. I'm kind of a weird. Like, I'm an introvert. I really am. It's and this is something, maybe it's from just growing up and listening, but I have a bit of that Howard Stern thing going on where, and I don't know if it's as much now, but back in the day, he used to
love Allison?
No, just be anti-people, like where he's, he doesn't like being around crowds of people. Like, he's kind of quiet when he's not on the radio spewing. I'm kind of like that too. I can and joke and I have moments, but when the mics go off, I don't feel like talking.
When the mics go off, the mic goes off.
I'm just like, I'm tired. I've been talking for 3 hours. I want to not talk for the next 3 hours.
Unless, of course, you bring up anything involving military.
Oh yeah, you can pick.
It'll go for 45 minutes.
You can pick my brain on like a couple subjects. If you come in,
like, I hear what you're saying, but I've also sat in that office and heard you carry on full-blown 45-minute conversations after a morning show.
Because that's my crux. Is when someone takes interest in something that I take interest in that most people don't have interest in, I spew.
Yep. If somebody brings up like pro wrestling to me, I'm like, oh, goody.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a chance for me.
But someone comes in talking about an A10, I'm like, you want to hear about this? And I'm like, or hockey or any of the. It's usually Roy. And
I heard
Hardar.
you yesterday give a good solid dissertation of the show Shoresy.
Oh yeah,
which I actually appreciated.
Well, I was explaining to my wife the whole deal about Letterkenny and how it's genius with a dumb shell.
Absolutely, it is.
It's got the shell of a doofus, but when you peel back the shell, it's genius.
Yeah, you have to have a pretty up there IQ to be one of the writers on that show to come up with.
By the way,
something
I'm bound and determined. I need to get down and start watching that Shoresy.
I haven't started. I started episode 1. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah,
but I did get 3/4 of the way through Streaming Wars yesterday.
Okay, I watched that the other day.
I love the fact that
pretty funny.
I love the fact that Randy's now Karen.
Yeah, I know.
he's just full blown transitioned into a Karen.
You know what? I feel like society just needs to. South Park is a giant mirror, people.
Yeah,
it's a huge
100%.
mirror, and yeah, it's extreme, but it's not. I mean, it's like they go into the extremes of the idiocy of society, and you're like, well, but it's not. It really is, because it's and this one's a big metaphor. This whole episode, it's just funny. I watch it. I'm like, I think all of America needs to see this but the problem is, most people won't turn and look and say, you know what, that's us. We are really those people, and not to that degree, but you are those people.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker are kind of like the new Zucker brothers.
Yeah,
like if you think about it, because like even in the streaming wars, like I noticed this in like the opening, like the title screen, there was a gigantic brought to you or on Paramount Plus on the title screen.
Oh yeah.
Like it was right there, boom, big bold. Because they're like, we know exactly how silly it is that we're making fun of streaming services exclusively on a streaming platform.
Yeah. The irony there is
it's so many layers. I actually had this literally happened to me just a few minutes ago. So with what I've been doing as like a side hustle, I'm not going to talk about it, but I found myself twice.
Selling crack.
It's selling crack. I found myself twice yesterday at the store with which I deliver to purchase items for my home, a Roku and a couple of new fans. I got a new couple of fans.
Did you deliver to yourself?
Basically, but no, I found myself spending about as much as I made in the store. But then this morning,
not a bad little move, actually.
This morning, I was kind of flipping through just clips on YouTube, and I found a clip from South Park from 2018 where basically the clip is Butter's dad works at the Amazon plant or whatever.
Is it distribution center or whatever?
It's all to the song 16 Tons. Because basically, the whole premise of the song 16 Tons is when you live in one of those company towns.
Right. Company store.
You owe your soul to the company store. Because the whole thing is he's working at Amazon by day, and then as soon as he gets home at night, he's picking up a bunch of Amazon packages on the front porch, and then he's sitting there ordering stuff. I'm like, it's an exact mirror of life.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, it is. It's just but like, yes, but when I watched it the other day and like and I don't want to ruin it for people, you go watch it or whatever, but it's just the way you see it and because it's the kids and everything else, you're like, oh, it's ridiculous. But then you're like, they're just mirroring society. This is what people are saying and doing out there. And yeah, okay, it's not, as brash as the South Park people, but it's real and it's happening. And to me, that's the sweet irony of it. It's like people sit there and to be honest, it was always a thing I'm offended by South Park and they're so crass and crude and I'm like, yeah, but when you start watching them, they ain't wrong.
It's true. By the way, I'm real glad that we finally got PP back as a character. He was always one of my favorites. They know what to put a PP.
He's so evil.
He's so evil. Who knew?
I feel like they could do more to combat the man bear pig thing. Just saying. They keep bringing back man bear pig.
Well, man bear pig is it's their metaphor for global warming. It's perfect too.
Man bear pig.
I love it. It's like man bear pig's been running wild across the East Coast. Oh, that's so good.
It is funny. So, but anyway, it's worth a check out if you like that. If you like crass political humor, then South Park is right in your wheelhouse. That's pretty much what it is. There was something else I started watching on Hulu that I really shouldn't. It's really not. It's slow. But it's interesting, and I've only seen about maybe 50%.
Okay.
It's called Ted K, and it's a 2-hour, I guess, Hulu original movie on Hulu. And of course, for people that watch the documentaries, there's a bazillion, Unabomber documentaries, or you take the big ones, your John Wayne Gacy's, your Unabombers, your Ted Bundys.
Right.
There's like 37 documentaries on all these guys. However, and I'm a bit of a mark for them. I'm not going to lie. I kind of, I find it a bit fascinating, peeling back people's crazy brains to see why they do these crazy things. That's kind of maybe I should have been a psychiatrist. I think I probably, if this whole radio thing didn't work out, I could have been a shrink. But anyway, kind of fascinated by that. But the reason I'm kind of mentioning this and kind of digging it, because it's the first one I've seen that it's a movie. It's not a documentary.
Right.
It's a drama. But they basically have taken all his crazy notes and things and are basically like filming the movie's like his life leading up to him doing the bombings
it's like
and everything.
What makes a serial killer?
So it's not even, they pick it up. They kind of give you the backstory where he went to Harvard and he done with society. So him and his brother build this cabin up in Montana, buys the plot of land, and him and his brother and him build that little cabin, and he lives there for 25 years.
Okay.
He's got no power, no running water. He lives up there in Montana up there in the middle of nowhere.
No power and no running water make Homer go crazy.
Well, but he's living off the land. He's got his plot of land. He's fishing, hunting, doing his thing, but he's crazy. He's uber smart, and I think what happened is he's, going to Harvard and all that. And apparently I saw another documentary. This movie doesn't cover it, but during his time at Harvard, he was in some kind of psychedelic studies and crap. He did, and that was back in the time when they're experimenting with LSD and all that. I think he was involved in some of that stuff, like as a guinea pig. And I'm not saying that's what messed him up. I think he was messed up before that. But he's one of those guys that, like, there's a part where he's talking, he's on a payphone arguing with his mom. And he's like, I've been on 2 dates my whole life and kissed 2 women, and I've never touched a breast. He's just talking like this, and you're kind of saying, you know what? When there's a guy that's been shunned from society like that, girls didn't treat him well, whatever, it messed with his psyche. So he's uber smart. So that's when he moves out to Montana and does all this stuff. But I think what kind of strung it from there was he's getting overcritical of life. Like airplanes fly over. Airplane flew over today. It buzzed my house, and maybe the log cutters are doing stuff and making noise. Or they start off with, the movie starts off with some snowmobilers just snowmobiling around the mountains, having a good time, and of course Ted's watching and lurking in the woods there. And then it cuts to him later where he's walking to this luxurious house out in the middle of nowhere, breaks in, and just destroys those snowmobiles and all that kind of stuff. And so, the movie's just following him slowly building up to this madness where, because basically before he started bombing and killing, he was sabotaging stuff around the area. Like he would do that. He was going to that log mill and like sabotaging equipment. He would go and then he started stealing and experimenting with the explosives.
So he was slowly pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, while living in his cabin, and then he's writing his manifesto, basically writing his journal. But his journal's all coded. Like he writes in code in his journals and stuff, and so he's writing in code. And of course, the way the movie portrays it, his voice is talking, explaining the planes were over to me today, and but you could see that spiral. And I haven't finished it, but that's why I'm into it. It's not because it's the documentary fare of Ted did this in 1962, and then Ted went here. You're kind of seeing, basically, they turned portions of his manifesto into this movie.
Right.
So you're seeing his story told through him, through his perspective, which I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's interesting. And you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's
intriguing. It's not like you're not like taking notes.
But really, why Ted did what he did is he was convinced that humanity was going to be destroyed by machines and technology is going to destroy us all. So those little bombs and stuff he was sending in his head, these were people that were benefiting from that. These scientists that were making statements, these moguls and things. So he was picking random people based on what they do, not who they are per se. It wasn't,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Right.
And so he had these elaborate plans, and that's why it took many years for them to figure out what he was doing, because, I mean, hindsight now, it all makes sense, but at the time this is all going on, they're trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, they're basically cracking a code.
And let's face it, it was a world, like, I think he would have been caught much sooner if he pulled this off in 2022, just because everything's electronic, you're spotted everywhere you go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, packages get tracked and
Where
stuff.
back then, that did not exist. And so he could literally put on his little hood, he would actually go bus to California. He would take the bus and everything from Montana to California and then drop those bombs in mailboxes and stuff and to be sent to wherever they destined to go to. But he would do that stuff to throw off, a tracking so they couldn't trace him back to Montana. And which they eventually do anyway, because basically they released his manifesto, and his brother and a couple other people said that looks a lot like my brother's writing and the way he's speaking and stuff. And that's what set the path on finding Ted Kaczynski. Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's pretty interesting.
I have to check that one out.
Yeah,
I have a list of stuff I got to finish first, but
but this one's a little slower, because it's a lot of him walking around through the woods doing stuff, and there's not a lot of music and pageantry to it. It's just a guy walking through the woods. You're like, what's he doing? And then later you're like, oh, he's building basically explosive is what he's doing. They're showing him how he does it, and of course he talks through it, and they're even getting into the trial and error stuff where he's like taking stuff and it's like, I'm frustrated. I can't seem to make a bomb big enough to kill, and then it's really
so he had to like.
It's really it's morbid and weird, but it's very interesting. It is very, just looking at it from an outside looking in, just seeing how the thing unraveled from a non-emotional standpoint. It's very interesting to listen and see, from my opinion.
Sure.
And I think if you can do that sometimes, is separate yourself from these and like the horror, the tragedy and all that, but it's like, what rationalized
what
that in someone's brain to think that's a good move?
What
that's why I think
does one take in order to get to that point?
And for me, that's why this show is interesting, because you're really peeling into his mind and seeing why it made sense to him. To us that don't think that way, it doesn't. But for a guy who truly thinks the world's going down, and in his head, he's thinking he's helping humanity.
Right.
He doesn't think he's hurting society. In his head, he's trying to weed out the bad, so the rest. I mean, he even did good things, like, and in good things, I mean, like he would do stuff like the power company, when they had their big power lines and stuff all through there. Apparently, there's a bunch of like wild berry trees that are around those power lines.
Right.
People just come and pick berries and stuff, and he watched them put pesticide and herbicides and all kind of stuff around those to kill them, and he would go and put message out. I want to warn, write editors to the editor. I watched them do all this, and most people talk, that guy's crazy out in the woods watching stuff. But at the end of the day, he was doing that with good intentions, not to get people, but it spirals.
Sure.
It spirals into
your mind starts to, I think I'm doing good. And even with what he was doing with, the bombs, he, like you said, he thought he was helping humanity. He was weeding out the bad parts of what he thought were, society.
Yeah. So I hope to God he's not getting like residuals sitting in prison with this stuff. I hope that's not
dead.
the case. No, he's still alive.
Is he still alive?
I think Ted Kaczynski's still alive. He's still there in prison.
Oh.
I don't think he's dead. He's still alive. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
I'm
he's
sure
still
if
alive. Unless he just died of COVID or something.
I'm sure if there's any kind of residuals, it would be.
I would think
his
no. It goes
family
to or probably victims' families. I'm sure there's some kind of court set up or that kind of thing. I don't know all the details, but that
Kaczynski's serving life without the possibility of parole following his 1996 arrest at the primitive cabin where he was living in western Montana. Yeah,
and I want to say that cabin is in D.C. Like you can go see it in the I'm not sure which museum it's in. I think it's like I want to say there's like a law enforcement museum. It's one of the newer ones. I'm not sure if it's a criminal museum or a law enforcement museum. And something like that, but apparently that cabin that was there is there because they airlifted it out of there. Once FBI was doing rather than do all their investigations out in the middle of nowhere, I mean they did, but to really break down and examine what was going on in that cabin, they lifted the cabin out, took it to D.C.
Wow,
and they put it in a lab out there and did all their testing, and now I think it's part of the museum. Is now that the case is solved and everything. It's an artifact in the museum there. It's kind of like when you go to Oklahoma and you go to if you ever go to the museum there next to the Oklahoma City bombings.
Yeah,
they've got what's his name's car in there. They've got all kind of stuff from his name just went right out of my head. Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
Thank you. From his spree there and all that. So it's kind of in that.
I think the Ryder truck is in there, or a replica of a Ryder.
Maybe I know the car is. I've seen the car.
Right.
And there's a lot of carnage. Even one thing that was really cool is that building the museum's in.
Yep.
Is the building that building was there during and there's a part of that building that has debris and damage from the bombing.
Right.
And they've preserved that, so you actually see that they kind of encased in glass and reinforced it so the building's sound and everything. But they left that rubble and stuff, so you kind of see some of the impact from that explosion to the building that was next door to it. You know, it's kind of interesting. It's a beautiful tribute. But anyway, I know I'm sidetracked. But the Ted K was kind of interesting. So I guess our guest isn't here. I figured I haven't heard anything.
Oh, yeah.
So.
No, she's here.
Oh, shoot. Well, then someone should have told me. I didn't know she was here. I would have shut up. All right, it's 28 after. Let's get you up to date with weather, and then we'll commercial break, and then we'll talk to Tracy. I didn't think she was here yet. I apologize. We'll be right back.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. It looks like all that moist monsoon air will stay off to our west for the weekend, and that means a lot of sun and warm temperatures for us. Near 100 or a little bit over today, and lots of sunshine. For the overnight hours, it'll be clear down to the low 70s, then around 103 for the afternoon high on Saturday and sunny. We're in the low 100s with sunny skies Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
For over 40 years, Sierra Blanca Motors here in Roswell have been providing locals with quality vehicles and are committed to providing you quality vehicles and service for many years to come. No sales gimmicks, no inflated pricing, just a quality pre-owned vehicle listed at retail pricing or less. Have a used vehicle to sell? Get top trade-in value or an amazing cash offer today. Let Danny or Jose provide you a great car buying experience. Call 575-622-7907 or stop by Sierra Blanca Motors at 720 South Main Street in Roswell. Se habla español.
Hey, Mark.
Morning, Sam.
Having the house remodeled?
Nah, I got termites, and they're chewing the place up.
Welcome to the neighborhood. I've got them too.
Really?
Yeah, just had a termite treatment put in.
You did? I didn't see a lot of digging around your house.
That's because I went with the Centricon termite colony elimination system. It's a lot easier to install than what you're doing. They just place bait stations around the house, and then the termites share the bait with each other until the colony is gone. No digging, no chemical solution, just simple protection that's environmentally responsible.
Wow.
Yeah, I even got a green chemistry award from the EPA.
Centricon, huh? I'll be right back.
Hey, where you going?
Tell these guys to stop digging. I'm getting Centricon.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of Southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
The lyrics of a Jeremy Camp song go like this. In all this searching, all the grasping, like we deserve much more than all the blessings we're holding. So now I'm running free into an ocean of mercy unending. So come and empty me so that it's you I breathe. I want my life to be only Christ in me. So I'll fix my eyes, cause you're my source of life. I need the world to see that it's Christ in me. What a beautiful song. James 5 is kind of an interesting chapter. It starts with a warning to those who are rich. Do you consider yourself rich? Whether you think yourself rich or not, at the heart of the warning is the concept of focus. Are we focused on the things of this world or on the things above? Do we use the wealth God gives us, whether big or small, for His glory or for ours? Do we use what we have for our good alone or for the good of others? Christ never condemns the rich, but He calls those who have been blessed to share the blessings and give God the glory. As the lyrics of the song profess, I need the world to see that it's indeed Christ in me.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
It's a lot of birthday parties, just saying, 9 million of them. Good morning. It is 32 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Public Library, Tracy Frybeck with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Good. It's Friday. Can't complain. It's got the weekend coming. And I know it's been probably a pretty busy summer so far for folks at the library.
Yes, it has.
Summer reading program's been going hot and heavy here, and we're wrapping that up here. We got you still. So if you're trying to complete your reading requirements for the summer reading program, whether you're an adult or a child, you might want to get on the ball here because it all wraps up next week. So.
Right. The 23rd is the last day of the program.
Okay.
And if the children, if they have their cards and they're punched 6 times for 6 weeks of reading, they go in a raffle to win prizes.
Nice. And of course, adults can get prizes too.
They get weekly prizes.
Yeah, they get the
gift
weekly gift cards. So if you have not been taking advantage of it all summer, you got this weekend or this week and next week to get that done.
Correct.
And get you a few maybe some gift cards or something like that. But,
right.
I obviously it's probably a little late to be signing up for the summer reading program at this point.
Yes. It will be
because you
hard.
do, but you can still participate in the activities and things like that. The real hurdle at this point is you're required to read a certain amount of hours of reading to qualify for the prizes and to complete the program.
Certain number of books.
Yes, number of books. I'm sorry. To complete the summer reading program and get the certificate and everything. But at the end of the day, if you're just finding out about it and we want you to learn because the whole point of this is to get you to read more and to utilize the library as a resource for learning and reading and all that kind of stuff. So if you're just finding out about it, come participate in the activities. There's still a few activities left for the kids over the next 2 weeks here. Even though you can't really sign up for the program, you can still participate and grab a couple books and see how many you can read here in the next 2 weeks, and then get on the list next year when in the beginning of June there, when they sign up for the summer reading program, then you'll be ready or be first in line for when they sign up then.
Right.
But that being said, we do still have a couple of fun activities between now and the end of the summer reading program to let people know about. So where do we want to start?
So today we're going to have we've been having Friday movies at 11 a.m. So today we're going to have a movie. It's going to be Rio, and it's at 11 a.m. Everybody's invited. It's a family movie.
Yeah, it's an animated. Is that the one with Chris Rock as a parrot or something?
Something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know Chris Rock did one of those movies where he was an animal, and I want to say it was Rio, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still. They're all filled with famous voices and everything.
Exactly.
On that. But yeah.
So we'll have movie and a popcorn at 11 a.m. and then after that we'll have a STEM program.
Okay.
And we've been having a STEM program after each of our programs. And today's program will be they will be making elephant toothpaste.
Okay.
So the STEM teacher has that. I'm not sure how to do that.
So there's so many questions. I'm like, is it toothpaste for elephants or is it toothpaste for us made from elephants? What are we talking here?
Well, not made from elephants. You're gonna get us in trouble here. But
and to be honest, the paste for the elephant to brush is the least of my problems. I'm just like, I'm worried about if I got to brush an elephant's teeth. I'm like, I don't care what the paste is, but I'm just curious. Maybe it's a large tube of toothpaste, elephant sized.
They're gonna create something. So
cool.
We will. Well,
it'll make more sense when you come be a part of it.
Correct. Come be a part of it.
Good deal. But that's today, right?
Yes, that's at 1 a.m. The STEM program's at 1 a.m. I'm sorry.
You can come at 1 a.m. No one will be there.
1 p.m. today.
You can't drop books off at 1 a.m., though. They got the book drop off. You can drop 24/7.
Just be careful in the alley.
Yeah. But no, the program will be 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes,
so.
sir.
Yeah, good deal. But come early for the movie at 11.
Yes.
Rio will be showing, and that's bring the family or, just come, and there's popcorn and
lemonade.
And lemonade. So just get you a good spot there to curl up and watch a movie.
Yes.
And then stick around and make some elephant toothpaste afterwards.
Yes.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be hot. You can stay in the library a little bit longer, cool off.
Exactly. It's going to be 100 plus, so the air conditioning works well in the library there. So come out and like Rio, and you think it's probably elementary age kids is probably what it's geared towards. Is that maybe middle school enjoy the movie, but the project may be a little
more
bit younger
for elementary age. Yes.
Gotcha. But hey, I don't know. You just might want some elephant toothpaste. Why not?
You want to see what it is? Come on over.
Exactly. So that's all today. What's next?
Tomorrow we're having our fun day. So every Saturday we've been having Legos or board games at 11 a.m. And then at 1 p.m. we have another STEM activity.
Excellent.
And the STEM activity tomorrow is bubbles.
Okay.
So they're going to be making bubbles.
Nice. So come and do Legos and board games in the morning. And then after that, come out and work on the bubble STEM project. Here.
Correct.
You can kind of have some fun with that. And I'm sure it's way cooler, like their bubbles and things. Like you buy that little thing at the dollar store. And that's fun for a minute. But usually when you do stuff like this, they got way cooler toys.
But they're going to mix it all together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be it's like a more steroided up bubbles situation here.
Yes.
Very good. But that's all tomorrow out. What time does everything get underway?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
So,
that's when, and then, so come there at 11, enjoy play a board game or get involved in some of the Legos there.
Right.
And then stick around for the STEM activity afterwards.
Correct.
So very good. So that's tomorrow. So tomorrow we got your week. We got those days filled for you.
Right.
And then I'm guessing next week we got a couple things.
Yeah, next week we're going to have, it'll be our final for the summer Mother Goose program on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. in English and 5:30 p.m. in Spanish.
Okay.
And then Wednesday we have our final music and movement story time at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
We have a ukulele program that's on Thursday. We have two of them at 10:30 and 2, but the classes are full.
Okay.
But with our other classes, we know that sometimes people don't show up after we call them. So if it's something that you really want to do, you can try to come and wait and see if there's a spot available.
Yeah, and I imagine it's the issue is enough ukuleles for everybody.
Correct.
Is probably so.
Correct.
If someone doesn't show and there's an extra ukulele, then come on in.
Yeah. And that's our final week. We have, of course, the last Fridays in July, the movies and STEM programs, and that about will conclude our summer reading program.
Okay.
But we just asked everyone by the 23rd the children to turn in their punch cards.
Okay, so that's our deadline for. You've got till July 23rd,
which is a Saturday.
Which is next Saturday, 1 week from tomorrow. Is your deadline to turn in all your times and books and your reading your lists that you did for reading to qualify as a completed summer reading program and to get your shirt and all the stuff that comes with
they
that.
get a free book, a certificate, and then they're in a raffle, and we have
for the prize.
For the prizes, and like we have Kindles, and we have other prizes too.
Good deal.
So,
but you want to qualify the ring so you can get the stuff we've earned, and then a chance to win the cool stuff here too. And then same with the adults. Is the 23rd the last day for them to turn in?
Well, that's the last complete week of the summer reading. So yes, if they fill out their little raffle, they'll be in the running to get a gift card.
Okay. So basically, they got a raffle today or tomorrow. And then one next week? Is that kind of how?
Well, I
for the adults?
The adults, I make the announcement on, I include Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So I make the announcement on Monday or Tuesday. I call someone.
Oh, okay. Then. So next week you'll hear for this week, and then probably a week after that for the final week there. But get those turned in today and next Saturday, so you can get in on those drawings for the adults there too.
Right.
Don't forget the when we come with the summer reading program, especially for adults, the idea is to get reading material out of the library. So when you turn in those things, these are books that at least are available at the library. I know people get books in many ways, but the whole idea is to get you to utilize the library.
Right.
So please, when you do talk about your books and turn your books, make sure it's the ones that you check out at the library.
And they can also use the ebooks.
Very good. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be the physical books. You can go online to the Roswell Public Library website there and check out the ebooks and what have you there too. So
yes,
good deal.
Okay.
So what's next?
So that will complete July. We're going to start extending our hours.
Okay.
So we'll be open on Sundays from 2 to 6 starting August 7th. That'll be the first Sunday.
It'll be nice to get back to having some Sunday hours for folks too. Yeah.
We finally have enough staff to do it. So
good.
The August 7th from 2 to 6 is when we'll be open.
Just out of curiosity, are they still hiring over? I know the city's got a bunch of openings, but is there still some library openings?
I believe there is like part-time positions still available. It's like the library aides.
Okay. If you go to roswell-nm.gov, you can see all the job listings that the city has. So if you're looking for the ones in the library or any other department with the city, you'll find them right there. So, and I know if you're looking for those kind of jobs working for the city, it comes with good benefits. And I mean, you get, it's a career that you can raise a family on. It's something that's got benefits and retirement plans, and it's not just an hourly rate and good luck to you. It's more of a future. So if you're looking for that kind of job to settle down roots or keep your roots growing, go to the city's website and start applying for some of these jobs. But I imagine with your aides and stuff, those are part-time college, summer employee type things.
Not summer employee. We would prefer.
Yeah, it's almost over. But.
But we would prefer them to continue. They work the hours, or if they go to school, the director tries to work the hours around their schedule.
But it's a good job for like a college student or something there. And I imagine, too, as a library staff person, and when there's not work to be done and you're on your break, you got a pretty quiet area to study, too.
Yes.
Yeah, the library is generally a place to do that kind of thing. So.
Right.
Good deal. But so in August, we're gearing back up into your regular
7 days a week.
7 day a week activities now. Of course, with the Sunday hours back, or at least some Sunday hours now. That's a great news. So you can come Sunday afternoon and check out a book or something if you didn't get a chance to do it on Saturday. Or now you don't have to wait till Monday anymore. That kind of stuff. So good option there. But I do also want to point out too that you can utilize the library's resources online. And so even like before, when they're closed on Sundays, you can still go to the city's, the library's website and check out and download ebooks or audio, like music and that kind of stuff. And or if you need help with like tutors, things like that, there's all kinds of resources there. Yeah, you can't physically walk a shelf and pick a book out, but you can kind of browse the ebooks and see what those are available for check out. And I know you're thinking they're not books. Shouldn't there always be a copy? But guess what? In the digital world, people need to get paid just like they do in the physical holding a book world. And so they treat it like a X amount. It's even though it's digital, not something you can hold tangibly. There's X amount number that the library has that they can lend out to people. They can't just say, "Yeah, sure, 1 million people can get it," and because they've got to track for royalties, and authors still need to get paid for their work, and that's how that works. So, yeah, but so just if you're curious, I know some people are like, it's an ebook. Why is it checked out already? It's because there's only a certain number of licenses that the library has to give to let you read them for free. So good deal. What's next? I know I got a little bit of a tangent there, but
that's okay. And we're gonna still have in the children's area the Take It, Make It craft. So the kids can come in and pick up a bag, and it has like a little craft in it, just to give them something to do at home. We're gearing up for our fall programs, and we're going to try to have some programs also on Sunday during those.
Oh, great. Like a Sunday activity after church kind of thing.
Correct.
Cool. That'll be nice. I think some families will really like and taking advantage of that. And, and don't forget, there's a lot of resources through the library for families that if they're wanting to help their children. I know with COVID and everything, there's been a lot of gaps in education for some of these kids, in those ages, especially if they're younger in those formative years, that they're still aging. And if they're behind on their reading or math or any of these things, there's lots of resources the library offers for free to help parents pick up the slack there, whether it's make and take projects like this or something online, or even setting up some of that formal tutoring through the online stuff. But there's many different options there available. As parents, you should utilize it. And don't forget, all of this is free of charge to you as long as you have a library card in good standing. So, yeah.
And if they're planning a last-minute trip before they go back to school, just remember the museum pass.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with this, they've had it for a few years. It's through the New Mexico Department of Tourism. And it is a pass that's good throughout the entire state of New Mexico. And it's good for, I think, 15, 20 different locations around the state to get in for free, up to 6 people.
Yes.
Just to give you an example, Lincoln is one of those. I believe there's a museum in Cruces. I can't remember the museum. I think there's a museum.
There's one in Alamogordo, the Space one.
Oh, the Space Museum in Alamogordo. There's various art museums, and I want to say the Nuclear Museum there up in Albuquerque. I want to say that's on that list too, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I know there's quite a few.
There's quite a few on
that's from Santa Fe and Albuquerque.
Yeah, but my point is, if you're about to take a trip around the state somewhere, swing by the library and you can check out this pass. It's not like a book where you can't renew it. You have to be in. It's a first come. They can't hold it for no bun. You can't do it. It's you walk up to the front desk and say, hey, do you have any of the New Mexico tourism to get into free to some of the museums? And if they got them, which they do, they have several copies. But then you can check it out. It's yours for 7 days, and then you have to bring it back in 7 days.
Right.
You can't renew it, can't check it out. So you want to wait till right before your trip before you check it out.
Right.
And then make sure you're back in time to return it 7 days later. So, but it's you could save yourself. Like if you got a group of 6 going to see, I just know, like when you go to the courthouse in Lincoln, it's about $12 a person, roughly.
Yeah, because I just went.
Yeah.
And I was glad I had to pay.
So that's over $70 in savings right there for your family.
Yeah.
And that's a lunch.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or another activity you can do with it. So just come by the library and ask about it, and they'll be happy to check it out if it's available.
Yes.
But like you said, it's 7 days. You don't get to renew it. You don't. So you have to do a little planning to make sure you check out in time. And I mean, you can maybe call and say, do you have any? And if they do come up, but they're not going to hold it for you. So I'm going to come by next week. Can you hold it for me? The answer is no.
Right. But we have several copies, so I'm sure they'll be able to pick up
and
one.
let's face it, I think there's people that know about it and a lot of people that don't. So
exactly.
So it's available a lot just because of lack of knowledge in some point. So you got the inside game now, so go take advantage of it. So.
Exactly.
Good deal. Did we get it all, or is there something else we want to mention?
I think we got it all.
But beginning, when is that Sunday hours? Is it this Sunday or is it August?
August 7th.
August 7th, okay.
Excuse me, it's the first Sunday in August.
Okay, so beginning next month.
Yes.
Here in about 2 weeks. The library will have some Sunday hours now, too. So mark that on your calendars. And speaking of calendars, if you can always go to the Roswell Public Library online. If you go through the city, there's a link there, roswell-nm.gov. If you like and follow the Roswell Public Library on Facebook or Instagram, those are great ways to stay up to date on things happening at the library. And, of course, each month, swing by, pick up the calendar at the front desk, and it's actually 2 sides, usually 2 months, isn't it?
Right, it's 2 sides.
Yeah.
It normally lists everything for the month for adults and kids.
Yeah, so that way you can have a copy of that, put it up on the fridge or where you keep that kind of stuff at the house. And that way you have it as a point of reference. If you're looking for stuff to do with the family this weekend, you can look and say, oh, they got this event at the library. Let's work that in. That way you can kind of plan farther out for some of your stuff with your kids. And I know that it's a godsend for families that like to really structure what they got for their kids going on, and they can plan ahead for some of that stuff. But like you said, it's for adults too, so don't just think it's just for the kids.
We're going to have more adult programming starting in the fall too. So
be on the listen for that. And of course, don't forget there's a lot of stuff that we didn't mention here that goes on as part of like the crocheters meet every month, the Stitchers unite, and they do quilting and crocheting and
just the crochet.
Just the crocheting. The quilters are different groups somewhere.
Right.
They still doing the chess?
Yes, the first Saturday from 10 to 2.
Okay. So these are still options, and these are more adult-centric type things.
It's for all ages.
But it's for all ages.
The gentleman there will help the kids if they need to learn. Sure. And there are adults in there playing chess.
Absolutely. So it's not just for kids.
Right.
And, of course, those family nights with the Legos and adult coloring and all, when they have those events, that's all for you guys. And Legos are for everybody. The kids, adults, there's as many adults sitting on the floor playing Legos as the kids are. They're just doing it together. So so utilize it. And, of course, don't forget, it still has books and newspapers and all the things that people go to the library to check out. So
DVDs, movies,
everything. Got everything you need there. And, of course, if you need help navigating stuff, the staff can help you on that. And, of course, like even the computers and stuff, be on the lookout for their computer classes and things like that. So if you need to get update, I'm sure there'll be a bunch of that kind of stuff coming here in the fall for folks to take advantage of. So and again, all of it free of charge.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. So well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Sunday. I know you don't get many Sundays off here for the next time here, but just in time for football season. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You got to go to work for football now. Good deal. Well, thank you, Tracy, as always.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. It is 9:51. Let's pause for local news, your Hannity update. Quick break as well. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Sorello. A southern New Mexico city going out of its way to say abortion clinics are not welcome there. The Otero County Commissioners Thursday voted unanimously, passing a non-binding resolution that said they stand firmly, quote, against the presence in the county of Planned Parenthood clinics or any other clinics where abortion is practiced at will and on demand, unquote. The resolution passed despite the fact that state law allows most abortion procedures. Two groups have announced plans to open clinics in New Mexico after the U.S. Supreme Court decision overturning the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. New Mexico State Representative Debbie Armstrong announcing Thursday that she will step down from her legislative seat before the end of her term so she can focus on providing care for a family member. The Democrat said her resignation would be effective today, meaning the Bernalillo County Commission would have to appoint a replacement until a successor could be elected. Armstrong had announced last year that she would not seek re-election anyway. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The June inflation report has increased the likelihood the Fed will push the economy into a deep recession. I think we already are in one. That's my take. The early days of it, for sure, as they try to combat runaway consumer prices, according to Lawrence Summers. He said, quote, I think it is unlikely, very unlikely, that we're going to see inflation come down to a target range without a significant economic downturn. There was a really good New York Post cover today, and it said, repeat the line. Joe doesn't need a teleprompter to, quote, repeat the line. Inflation hits historic highs again. Biden blames everyone else again. He's got no plan again.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code HOUSE for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code HOUSE. Use code HOUSE for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. It looks like all that moist monsoon air will stay off to our west for the weekend, and that means a lot of sun and warm temperatures for us. Near 100 or a little bit over today, and lots of sunshine. For the overnight hours, it'll be clear down to the low 70s, then around 103 for the afternoon high on Saturday and sunny. We're in the low 100s with sunny skies Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. A better-than-expected showing for retail sales in June. The government report sales rose 1% last month from May. Consumers accelerated their spending despite surging prices for gas, food, and just about everything else. The report comes as U.S. inflation surged to a new four-decade high in June. Wells Fargo's second quarter sales and profit fell short of Wall Street expectations. The San Francisco-based bank did earn $3.1 billion in the period. United Health Group boosted its 2022 forecast after riding both growing health insurance enrollment and its newer care-providing businesses to a better-than-expected second quarter. Wall Street opened sharply higher this morning. The stock market getting a nice shot in the arm from that upbeat retail sales report for June. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Attention Roswell and surrounding areas. Roswell Nissan announces a special vehicle liquidation event. Newly arriving inventory and an overstock on pre-owned vehicles means Roswell Nissan's got to make room. With huge savings on Frontier, Yukon, Ram, and more. Even some 2021s and 22s. And rock bottom back-to-school savings on Lexus, Chevy, Jeep, and even an Audi A5. If you've been putting it off, now's the time to trade up and save. The vehicle liquidation event on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Imagine pool water that is extremely soft and gentle on hair, skin, and eyes. Soft Swim is a chlorine-free sanitizing system by BioGuard. Simple and easy, Soft Swim will give you a crystal clear pool that feels luxuriously soft. Your pool might just become the destination of the entire neighborhood. Application is a breeze, no mixing, no pre-dissolving, and routine maintenance is simple. Come to Mays Lumber Company today, the only dealer for Soft Swim by BioGuard.
You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Are you tired of the endless spiral of medications that mostly are there to treat the side effects of other medications you take? Many medical providers are quick to prescribe medication without looking for healthier treatment options. At Roswell Medical Clinic, we practice functional medicine, which looks for ways to treat your illness with healthier lifestyle changes and fewer pills. At Roswell Medical Clinic, our providers will take the time to explore treatment options that include lifestyle changes and don't necessarily rely on more prescriptions. Call Roswell Medical Clinic today to schedule your appointment at 575-623-3311 or stop by our clinic at 111 West Hobbs in Roswell. Roswell Medical Clinic. Don't wait for an illness to start valuing your wellness.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. There are 293 ways to make change for $1. Try all 293 on the guy who keeps borrowing money from you. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 10 o'clock. We got about 1 minute left before we wrap up the show.
Got to ask something real quick.
Yes.
Would you do the tortilla challenge? Would you be willing to try this? So it's on TikTok. You basically just two people take a mouthful of water and just slap each other with the tortilla until one person breaks.
Why would I want to do that?
For the entertainment purpose. For film.
I did the Pacquiao chip challenge. So I ate a tortilla and you slapped me in the face. What now?
You take a mouthful of water and we stand eye to eye and just slap the crap out of each other with tortillas.
With tortillas until someone spits the water out?
Yeah.
Except we do it on the radio, I'm going to spit on the board.
No, I'm not saying we do it on the radio. We could film this. I'm thinking about added content, Mike, for KSVPTV.com, which, by the way, you can go and check out our show in its entirety. And Roy will, get our interviews up piecemeal on our Facebook page here in just a few minutes.
All right. Well, maybe you should ask me when I'm more lubricated.
2 shots in, I can slap him with a tortilla.
That's right. Because I know it's going to happen. It'll start with tortillas and evolve to something way worse. We got to go. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's